What's going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning into this Mi Casa Es Su Casa interview. Of course, as always, I am your humble host, Niko House. I am back again with the host of Trap Suit Podcast, Peter and Danny. What is going on, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, Niko? Thank you for having us back. We're back here for the fuck shit. Let's talk some politics, talk some trap.
Yeah, we definitely here for the fuck
Indeed.
shit.
Good to be back, man. Thanks for having us.
No problem at all, man. The last time we were here, I know we actually got into it over Obama. I won't say got into it, but we were having a discussion over Obama, and I remember Danny left with an epiphany, like, oh shit, damn, all these people are shit. And ever since then, remember we were talking about Obama, and we were like, well, maybe
Right,
he
I never
wasn't.
had an epiphany.
And you left but bro, see, you didn't see it. Everybody in the comment section, so you looking up there like, oh damn,
Okay.
you like, oh damn, which I mean,
They
that
can,
say what,
they can their body, they can read body language like that.
bro? These people do nothing but watch YouTube videos all day. They can read everything. They be knowing, bro. They be knowing. But in all seriousness, I definitely felt like I had to have you guys back on because I had such a great time with the last conversation that we had, and it's just in the last 2 weeks since we talked, like all hell's broken loose. And really, all hell's broken loose, I guess, within the black electorate. Really, we got the Ice Cube situation. You got just the Democrat situation as usual. You got the recent developments of Don Lemon responding to Ice Cube in such an egregious way. And then of course on the other side of that fence, how other black celebrities have been dealing with the fact that they're told to vote for a racist segregationist. Like, it seems like, in my opinion, that right now, at least, we know it doesn't last very long, but right now, the black community is like in the center. Like, we've been thrown in the center, front and center of this election. And I would like to know just generally, how do you feel about the way our issues have kind of been getting tossed around like a political football? We'll start with Danny because he's dark skinned and he looks like he needs some ADOS reparations right now. Go ahead.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
No problem,
It came
bro.
in handy for once, me being darker. I'll start with this. For people who don't know what ADO stands for, it's the American Descendants of Slavery. That's what you're referring to. But as to your question, look, it reminds me of a Dave Chappelle stand-up joke. I'm gonna come at this way, where he was telling people in the audience, I think it was in Austin, that America has this thing about moving individuals into a racial hot seat. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's Arab, and you don't want to be that engineer student who left your backpack somewhere for 20 minutes because Abdi's homework is gonna get blown up. And then next, it's like, the Hispanics, the immigrants jumping and raping and, jumping the border and raping and taking your jobs and, going to mass murder you, MS-13.
Yep,
and
that's what they pretend like, yep.
Right. And then now, to answer your question directly, it's back to the black people, Now it's our turn on the racial hot seat. And it's something that America has done since its inception. But what black people need to know,
not necessarily since its inception, we weren't really allowed to, do anything. unless you just mean the issue, like black people, like just being at the center of the argument, just by happenstance.
Right. What I mean by it's happened since its inception, maybe not racially, but you go at the Quakers or how we left.
Oh, understood.
Yeah. So we're going at different religions and freedom.
Yes.
But back to the direct answer of it is, black people need to be encouraged. Look, if you ask for $1, you won't get $1. That's the way I was taught. So ask for what you want. Mm-hmm. Now it might come up short. You might get 50 cents, but you might come up short. You might not get everything that you want. But keep in mind that even though there's a lot of cacophony going on, that
you say caucasity?
Cacophony. It's the opposite of harmony. Cacophony.
I know what cacophony is. I just really was hoping you said caucasity because a lot of that going on too. But go ahead.
And much like Niko's trying to hijack.
Bro, hold up. Double the fuck back. Don't be coming at me like that, bro. Cacophony is it. Oh, bro, this man.
No one knows what that means. No one but us three knows what that means, bro.
So it's the opposite of harmony.
You sound like old boy off you ever seen Living Color? Remember that? You know that segment when he in the jail cell?
Yeah.
So again, no matter what my brethren are trying to do, this is a great example. You must ask and demand what you want, because the other people, whoever the others are, they're going to get what they demand. It ain't no question. I'm not going to say, hey, let's fight for change. Change. In the 60s, march. Whatever you want, you got to ask for it, and you got to go get it. So if you ask for a little bit, you're probably going to get less than a little bit. So demand everything you want. Know that they're only going to give you half or a quarter of that. And just make sure that you go get the whole damn thing. But don't let them separate you, much like what was going on with, you know.
That's probably the most important. Don't let them separate you, especially over divides that they created. We didn't create them. They created them, and it's over divides that benefit them, not us. Peter, what about you, man? What do you think about like just the general state of how black people are being, like I said, just tossed around in politics?
I mean, I think that there are, you know, natural divides within the black community. Everybody tries to lump black people in like we're just one opinion. You know, you got older black people, like we talked about earlier. You know, they're more conservative. You know, they're more religious. You got like the millennial groups, the Gen X, who are more in the middle, somewhat less, you know, more left. You know, they believe in more social programs. You got a lot of more Bernie people, Tulsi people, more, you know, Socdem type thinking. And then you got like black people who aren't politically engaged, which is probably the most of them, right? Which are just like, you know, they don't care about politics. They're not into it.
Or they don't believe in them.
Or they don't believe. Yeah, the skeptic group is like, oh, I don't care, bro. You know they're gonna fix it anyway. Like my vote doesn't matter and shit. Like how many times have you heard that? Right?
I mean, it ain't all that wrong. It ain't that entirely wrong.
You proved my point.
Yeah.
And then you know you got Black Twitter, and Black Twitter is just a jumble of motherfucking, you know, you got your ADOS crowd, and then you got your cancel culture, and then you got like this Ice Cube shit. Okay. People are really just trying to come at Ice Cube like he's some kind of sellout, like he's really some kind of Trump, like, you know, undercover operative.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, Ice Cube is just a dude who really is trying to give something back to his community, and he realizes that proximity to power is how you do that, you know, and working with the power is the structure, the power structure, right? Trump is the president, like it or not. His administration is the one that's in power. So if you ever want to get your reparations, how do you think it's going to happen? You think it's going to happen from Biden? Or, you know, Obama? They don't have any power. They're not office holders.
Or anything. Damn, like, I mean, yeah, reparations would be nice, but like anything. Cause people forget, like, we haven't gotten shit. It's been the negative. We're in the negatives right now. We are operating out of a state of racial debt right now. That's we're just trying to get into the green. That's all we're trying to get. Can we stop? But nah, I 100% agree with you. Go ahead.
So it's like, you know, if ever you want to get these tangibles, I keep hearing the word tangibles, reparations, land, real estate, cash, property, stimulus checks, whatever you want, black people, you have to do it with the current power structure. It's not going to come from your Republican states, your Georgias, your North Carolinas. Those governors are never going to give you land or whatever you're wanting as reparations. If it's going to come from anywhere, it's going to be from left liberal states, blue states, and if you can get a Democratic president. I don't know if Joe Biden will be the one. He doesn't seem that sympathetic to reparations. But it's damn sure not going to come from Trump. I know reparations going to come from Trump. I think what Ice Cube was possibly working on was maybe, I think Trump calls them opportunity zones, which is like, you know,
Ice Cube, reparations is like a one piece of like his black contract is like way more comprehensive than reparations.
Okay.
It's if you got reparations right, like that would be honestly that would be like the first step. He makes sure that your reparations doesn't just get rethrown back into the white community, right? Or the more specifically, the debtor community, which is the same thing, because we aren't that. We don't have that ability. I 100% agree with both of y'all here because. Especially with the Ice Cube situation, because the way he's been, basically it it's weird how you see there's like certain emotional triggers that you say it, and if you've been paying attention, you know what's about to happen. And when he came on, funny enough, like, which is probably by design, everybody else like, yeah, man, LeBron, man, Lakers, da da da. This motherfucker come on that night and say, yeah, I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. I don't like none of these people. Basically, in a sense, what he said was, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. That's what he said. Like you could parse it wherever way you want to. But go ahead.
You mean Ice Cube?
Yeah, Cube. Yeah, he was saying that I'm not voting for Joe Biden, even though like we all know but the night that he did it was strategic in my opinion because he's a huge Lakers fan. You know, he owns the big three. Hopefully, after this, he still will be able to maintain it. But he took that opportunity while everybody was paying attention, looking for what Ice Cube is going to say when LeBron James brings the championship back to the Lakers. And he's like, yo, man, I've been reading, I know my history, and I've been doing my history. And you say something really opposite of what LeBron James has been advocating for, which is even bolder, if we're being honest. And just by saying that, like, or insinuating I'm not voting for Biden, and probably even further, I'm not just going to hand my clout to the Democrats. And he started exposing in all the different ways that the Republicans and Democrats have taken advantage of us. And like you said, the Republican states aren't giving us a damn thing. They're over here gentrifying us to make sure we can't even influence the politics locally.
You can't even vote.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Georgia. Yeah.
The metropolitan, like the big, like California and New York. I mean, look at what the hell is going on with them. Like I remember, Gavin Newsom was like kind of going back and forth with Trump trying to get some relief money. And all I could think of, well, make sure it goes to the place it's supposed to go because y'all have a top 5 economy in the entire world and no one knows where the hell your money goes.
Well, it's wealth inequality. It all goes to the top 0.whatever%. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not if it's a lie when it comes to how money flows in this country. We're basically at the back of it for the most part. The only ones who might be right behind us are Afro Latinos. Y'all getting it bad. Okay, that's about it. That's about it, right? And so the only way that you can get any type of tangible gain is through strategy and through applying pressure.
I gotta cut across. Okay, Newsom said, from the LA Times, he was the first governor to develop he adopted a law. I'm stumbling over here. Okay. First state government in the country to adopt a law to study and develop proposals for potential reparations to descendants of enslaved people and those impacted by slavery. That's Newsom.
That study is going to take 3 years.
He's going to be out of office before that gets pushed through, and his presidential campaign run will be over by then, Peter. You know. You can stop
on your dreams. Stop on your dreams. But at least he's like showing intent to do it. Like it's something. It's a step in the right direction.
It is something.
I would just want to say I'm gonna start a study today as well.
I'm gonna start a study too on my phone when I'm on the toilet. We're just gonna start studying. Start studying.
We started 2 studies.
Motherfuckers really be doing whole press releases to say we're gonna start a study. A study for what? The studies have been done.
Ryan Kemp, what's he studying? This nigga is studying hoes. Or who's in Florida? Ron DeSantis, he's studying his thought, his mission.
Hey, man, look now. You can't talk about. You know damn well Gavin Newsom is also the only governor in history to fuck his campaign manager's wife, okay, and still win the election. So don't even be coming at Ryan Kemp.
He still won.
It's still bro, not just one.
He's a Cali. He's Cali. That's how we did out here.
Smashed this dude. I'm like, well, shit. Maybe we've been going around this the wrong way. Maybe people should be more public with their affairs. Maybe
bro. Trump won. He hit a porn star with wife and baby.
Consensually though, everybody, we gotta say that because people act like it's weird for rich white dudes to have sex with young porn stars. Like I'm
not saying I approve.
I know. I'm just saying, like, grown people do grown people shit, and I'm like, it's weird that people be surprised by it. Like, oh man, Trump had the opportunity to fuck a porn star and he took it. Everybody's like, oh, I can't believe that. He's a billionaire. He does stuff like that.
$130,000 opportunity.
Yeah. Bro, you a billion. And to be honest, I don't believe it was really 130,000. If she had a chance to smash Trump, that's a lifetime of opportunity that you can hang over his head. You don't need 130,000 when it's worth $1 million.
Talk to him. You on payments.
You know what I'm saying? You got to hit that offset sometime. You got to aim high, bro. Shoot for the stars. You know, you might hit the moon and get Cardi B, and now you're gonna probably get alimony for the rest of your life. You know?
Oh man.
R.I.P. Pop.
Bruh, I was about to get paid. I was about to get paid. Bruh. You said #1 song in history? Hold up. You know what? I think it is time for me to settle down, boy. That was the quickest rapper to marriage transition.
Offset.
Offset. Yeah. I've never seen nothing like that in the music industry.
Did you ever transition?
Nah, he didn't, bro.
I mean,
clearly
he did not. Clearly, or they would probably still be married or together. So, but in all seriousness, like this is speaking of Cardi B. I wish that Cardi would join Ice Cube in this movement, right? Because of her loyalty to Bernie, although it may be well supported at the time, she decided that because Bernie said the best thing to do was to help Joe Biden beat Trump, then that's what she has to help Joe Biden do the same thing, and that's what happens, right? Like a white man, to be frank, we listen to some old white man who swears like they know better for our community than we do, instead of looking at all the facts as they are and then making decisions for ourselves. If she came to that conclusion by herself, then that's a whole different conversation that we can have. And I also think that it would be easier to reach her, like as far as trying to influence her to do the right thing, like with Q. But because she was told to do that by somebody else in power who's older and has experience, and all the what do I call is it not The Longest Yard? What's that movie with Sandra Bullock?
The Blind Side.
Yeah, the blind side effect. That's what I call it. The blind side effect, where white people like to take young successful black people with potential under their wing and pretend like they know what's best for them. And even just like in the movie, I mean, that movie was not an accurate portrayal of how that whole situation went down. Not only did the football player say it, but the white family who adopted him said it. But that's how we are, that white savior complex really trickles down to our community, and it can be very, very damaging to our community. But what do you think about this Ice Cube situation? In a second, I want to talk about the Cuomo interview, but just based off of the initial reaction to what Ice Cube said. I'll start with Peter this time.
Yeah, Ice Cube, I think he's on the side of black people. He's just trying to get some tangibles, get some shit done. So they're just talking about it. We've been talking about this for 401 years, right? But he understands the way that he said. I heard him on CNN last night. He said, "Dollars bring dignity." Ooh. So basically, all he's trying to do is get some money into the black community. And I'm not sure of the details of Contract with Black America, like exactly. I know reparations, like you said, are a beginning to it. I assume there's more things about loans. Man,
go ahead, keep talking. I'm gonna bring up some of the stuff that's in that, because when I looked it up, I was impressed.
Okay. Yeah. But Ice Cube, his heart's in the right place. I don't fault him for working with the Trump administration. If you want to get things done, you have to work with the power holders, the power brokers. That's exactly what he's doing. I don't think he's in favor of every bad thing Trump said and done. He's just trying to do some tangible.
The opposite. He's giving him a chance to redeem himself, not literally, not altruistically and not magnanimously, but like I was saying on my stream earlier, bro. Like, you think that black women I don't want voting rights, because that white woman was only advocating for it for white women. So I don't want the voting rights. No, that's not how it works. It's like, I don't really give a damn why you did the thing that benefits me. As long as it does benefit me. And me. Not kind of me, but it really hurts me. I need to be the first and second beneficiary of whatever policy gets passed. So this is just a short list of the black contract. Representation, which is specifically referring to, he said, a neo-reconstruction. So economic initiative. He talks about, the white family has 10 times the wealth of a black family. And and we can go into details later about just how that came to be, but that's through policy. That's not through happenstance. That's not through, we were competing and we just had the same opportunity. No, that's through policy. Black lending reform. Shout out to Killer Mike and the Greenwood Bank. I'm on the wait list. Hook a brother up. I got 8,000 people to go. I started out 100,000.
Okay, really?
That wait list is crazy, bro. Yeah, y'all need to get on that. But you see the interest rates? Like 1-2% for home loans?
Do you get special treatment if you're black? Or like, finally, can we get a break for being black?
Maybe.
Like, low key, man.
But they take a lot of money and put it back into the black community, though. Like, they take a lot of money and put a lot of the profits and put it back into the black community.
Okay.
And it's Killer Mike, so I trust him.
Is he nationwide or is that just
nationwide? They combined. They actually took a bunch of popular black banks and combined them. And it's you can use them with Apple Pay. They got the app, mobile banking, direct deposit, like advanced pay for direct deposits quicker than what Bank of America or like Wells Fargo or Chase would do. Like I said, bro, their interest rates, just the interest rates got me like, their home interest rates were like 1-2%. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's VA loan shit. That's veterans loan shit. So federal funding of black baby bonds.
What is that?
Passed federal program providing every child with a government-funded trust account at birth, starting with $1,000 in contributions.
That was Cory Booker's.
Yes, that was Cory Booker's. Which Cory Booker, when it comes to like introduce stuff for the black community, he's actually pretty decent at that. Like, I'll give him credit. Now you gotta stay consistent, because the moment you get Democrat, don't pull back, because you don't want to be called out for introducing the shit. Because that's what happens. It's like a lot of shit. All of a sudden, everybody want to be black in Congress and Senate, but whenever it's time to introduce that shit, when Obama was president, they were like, man, I'm not trying to get in no trouble. I don't want to put no expectations on my brother.
I forgot my plan at home. Sorry, guys. I can't do it today.
Damn, my floppy drive, man. You forget that floppy drive back in the day. You couldn't do no work at school. Federal Reserve and government compensations using MMT. Saying that the federal, state, and pension funds control over $1 trillion, and they must allocate 13.4% of their investments into black-owned enterprises and business. Venture capitalists,
population of black people.
Exactly. Venture capital and private equity funds that take money from public entities also must invest 13.4% of their. So here's what kind of scares me about that, though. I know it's gonna sound really random, but In-Q-Tel is like the CIA's venture capitalist firm. And they got their funding, $15 billion in funding from the federal government. I don't know if I want them investing into anything with the black community. That's my only caveat.
Like we owe them or some shit, or like
because they could. If depend, we don't know what, because this is venture capitalism. Then if they're investing, unless it's just like open market, like if they're just on a public sector, like our public trading market, like that's a whole different thing. But if they come in and they pay a chunk, because it's total of what it's supposed to be. But if they start getting an idea and then seeing, we can influence this, it just takes one. That's what they did with unions, right? Take one guy out of each, and that's what can happen. So I would want to be careful with that, but it's still good because like look at what like Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and all these people who get billions of dollars in government subsidies have been able to create.
Exactly.
Like, and that's exclusively because of subsidies, because their business models were trash. They weren't profitable. That's facts. Like, so
you
financial
or Tesla, or what you talking about?
Tesla, SpaceX are Elon Musk, obviously. Peter Thiel has a bunch. Like
Peter
they're
Thiel.
all for PayPal. They're like Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and one more person. They're all like, it's like they're all super billionaires, and they all came from PayPal.
Well, that's literally a payment processing service. That's all PayPal is. It's a payment processing service.
Yeah, but the infrastructure,
right?
You had to get. It's like Google Earth. So what happened was, it was created by Keyhole. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Keyhole. Keyhole was bought by In-Q-Tel 2003, 2004. Google bought Keyhole. So in other words, they bought all the shares. The CIA invested in it too. So the CIA still owned about 9% of that, which is a significant portion.
Got you.
And of course, now you can make all of the, like, you can get everybody else out of Google's way. And Google Earth obviously was then used in the CIA, in the NSA, to the point where Google Earth is actually not allowed in many of the countries around the world because it's a national security risk.
I mean, niggas are banning TikTok, bro. I mean, hey.
It's common sense.
Whatever gets niggas the bag, that's what I'm in favor of. If it comes with some strings attached, it is what it is.
But it ain't Google ain't getting niggas the bag. Getting somebody the bag, it ain't us.
Well, that's the point of the contract, right? I mean, everything you just named sounds good to me. Sounds good to me, bro. I'll take one of those.
Yep, right. One of them, and I'll vote for you, bro. Real talk, just one. Like,
and I get what you're saying. Like, you know, Biden. Man, believe me, I do understand the critiques of Biden. Because he ain't. You know, and the Ice Cube said he went to the Democrats too, not just the Trump administration. He went to the Democrats, and they said they wanted to do it after the election. So that, you know, they always try to play you when you're black. They always try to put you on the back burner, not take you seriously. And that's why Ice Cube was like, you know, Trump said they're trying to have meetings now. And obviously Trump is only doing it because he wants to raise his approval rating with black people and, you know, get some more votes.
Yep. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck either. If it gets results, if it gets, you know, niggas paid, honestly, that's the point, right? People lose the forest from the trees. It's like, what do we want? What's our goal here?
Don Lemon... In that follow-up interview. Go ahead, Danny.
I've been pretty quiet. I've been listening to y'all. If you do get Trump, and he sat down and talked with you about contracts with Black America, but your life turns out worse based off of his past track record.
Oh. Based off of whose past track record?
Trump's. Trump's a liar. He's
gone.
He's gone now.
No, he's not gone now. What do you mean? How's he gone now? He's president.
No, I'm saying, okay, so Ice Cube sits down with him, he confirms everything that's been happening. Trump is with it, you know, with the shits. Does the contract, and then gets you know, somehow into office, reelected. And then just...
Oh, I'm going to hit you with your favorite response. What's the other option, Danny?
Joe Biden.
Okay, but he doesn't want to hear it.
He doesn't want to hear it because, and I know it's not a favorable thing. I'm not going against...
What's not a favorable thing?
What I'm about to say.
Oh, okay, I get you. Okay, I was like, huh? Yeah. I was like, hold up, what? Yeah. I mean, black people would love money. I don't know what you're talking
about. Contract with Black America, we agree, that's favorable.
Yeah.
Right. It needs to happen. Ben should have happened.
Yeah.
But this is going to... Every time you say a conjunction, Joe Biden, if I can assert what he's trying to do is... I mean, he has Kamala. Now, Kamala or Kamal, whatever.
Kamala.
Harris,
Kamala.
On the ticket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, Danny was talking all that shit about your internet. Hey, you gotta say it again. You saw all that shit about his internet. Your internet just started geeking. It just started geeking. You gotta say that last part again about Kamala. Yeah, so you saw all that shit about the internet. Your internet just started geeking. Say it again.
Okay.
That's Jesus, boy. That's Jesus coming in the conversation.
Facts. They all praise for the
That's Trump. That's Trump right there. And he's trying to silence me when I'm talking about my good friend Biden Harris.
Look at Mr. Burns.
Don't worry about what I do. Worry about what you do. My point is, I'm trying to assert that Miss Harris on the ticket having a black vice president, which is
allegedly
history of its own.
He said allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oh my God.
Kamala is actually a Desi name, by the way.
I can't. You see, my point is this.
Not as fucking you. She black. You can't choose whether or not to be black. You black. If you look black, motherfucker, you black.
You gotta get that at least.
Yeah, that's easy. That's just, it's muddying the water. But my point is this: really, the crux of the argument, this election is too big. It's too big, and Biden is somebody. Biden and Trump Biden is not somebody who's going to be like the past Democrats.
Why not?
I understand. He just ain't. You know, Obama said this, and you've seen Joe's record. He's passed 167 pieces of legislation while he was in the Senate. This man is someone who comes into the room while he was vice president on Obama, when he was building up, reconstructing us from the devastation of the Bush, Cheney era, and we were in a terrible recession. And he would come into the room and he would say, how is this affecting American people, real living, breathing, you and I, not, the 1%. So my fear
and his solution was let's bail out Wall Street and leave the people hanging?
At that moment,
he bailed. No, hold on. He bailed out a lot of. He bailed out the auto industry. He bailed out Wall Street.
No. He bailed out the auto industry, not the workers.
True. But if
the Midwest is still devastated.
People would have lost their jobs.
They lost their jobs anyway.
But more though, right?
No. But that's cool. But just because you were able to keep a few, is not like something to celebrate when you could have made sure all of them were taken care of.
So what should he have done? Given money directly to the employees?
He should have first of all, he should have let the big banks fail and let capitalism do what the hell capitalism's supposed to do. Should never bailed out the banks. Because that was largely the problem. Like, and then when you don't bail out the auto industry, let capitalism take its course, and what you have then is smaller businesses come out and compete, because small businesses, if anybody knows anything about the economy, are actually what runs and drives the economy. That is what the middle class is made up of. And the more small businesses we have, the more stable the economy is. When we allow large businesses to get too big and then they fail, then they declare bankruptcy, and they know they can fail because the government's going to bail them out. They get to keep all their liquid, get rid of all their assets, which employees are assets, and then just take their business to another industry, hire another. That's just what that's how. Trump, when he filed those 6 bankruptcies, that's what he did. He would fail, keep all the cash, fire his employees, get rid of the real estate, and then move on to the next industry.
Yeah, restructuring, reorganizing, absolutely.
Okay,
chapter of bankruptcy.
So there was options, and he knew that.
Before it gets hijacked, my point is, and you've kind of touched on it with Trump. Even if you make a contract with him, as far as Black America. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean that he's going to uphold that contract.
We know
he's deceitful. He's okay. So for Joe Biden or the Democrats to be like, look, we're dealing with COVID pandemic. I'm not putting the contract with Black America on the back burner. We're dealing with unemployment like the Great Depression. Again, I'm not pushing. I'm just saying we'll come back to it.
Real quick, which race is the one dying the most from COVID? Out of curiosity.
Blacks and Hispanic, but that has also to do with a lot of different other things, a lot of different.
That's because of poverty. That's because of lack of healthcare. That's because of
like
things that this contract addresses.
I understand that, but this is the assertion.
We all had Medicare for all, like Bernie wanted to do.
This is the assertion you're making. You're making an assertion because someone has come down to sit with you at the table, that they're acting in good faith, and that they're not coming because...
No, that's an assumption that you are making. You haven't asked me what I'm thinking.
You're talking
about Cube.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't say that.
No, Cube or people who are dogging Cube, like Cube or people who are dogging the Democrats, as far as like, hey, they didn't come and sit with you. Someone might say, hey, this isn't the right time right now, but I'll circle back. That shouldn't be something of disrespect. Whereas you're sitting with someone who's not a good faith actor, and look at the country right now. Like, I have something that's pressing on my heart. I want to get this issue done. But sometimes you have to scale those as priorities.
Bro, so you're talking about so what you're saying is that the person who put Medicare for all on the back burner in the middle of a pandemic, we would be better equipped putting our faith in him. Like, even though they made it clear that they're going to put us on the back burner when, oh, by the way, out of curiosity, Danny, how you going to hold Biden accountable when he's only going to be there for one term?
Okay, I appreciate that you've assumed he's winning. So
I'm saying because let's just say people say, oh man, we're not even going to give, because this is what keeps happening with the left. We're just going to give up all of our leverage and hope for the best because this side talks really nice to us, except for fracking, for example. I will not ban fracking. Let me repeat. I will not ban fracking. Matter of fact, Kamala, go to Twitter real quick and remind these motherfuckers I won't ban fracking. What communities are most hurt by the environment, Danny?
Damn.
He is telling you in every way he can, without saying it, I don't give a fuck about y'all. Now, look, Trump doesn't give a fuck about us either. Don't get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, okay, since both of y'all don't give a fuck about us, I'm going to wait for both of y'all to reach out to me. we're not really comfortable with this deal. We'll let our people get in touch with you. Trump's company comes up and says, I think we might be able to negotiate a bit here. Okay, what you got? Cool. Be right back. Hey, these people said they about to give me $50,000. If you mean, look, I got all this influence and power, like, so you cannot do anything and hope you get our vote. But I can tell you this, I only have one option right now. And so all of a sudden, now they got to circle back. They're going to go back to their people and be like, oh shit, hold up real quick. Let's talk about this. Cause like, we know that the other guy full of shit, but for them, that's not what matters. If they don't care about getting us what we want, they care about getting the office they want. So that's all that they're going to make their decision based off of if you implement the strategy correctly. And if they don't do that, then yeah, potentially Trump throws everybody, just throw the contract out the window, throws everybody. Guess what? He's out. And then the people part of the administration and the Republican Party, the next time, oh nah, you don't get a second chance because you had one term to prove that you were going to do at least some of this stuff. You said you were going to do it, and now you're lying. However, with that being said, well, Democrats, now here's your opportunity. Because otherwise, we're going to roast both of y'all, and neither of you can get our votes, and we're going to prop up, because that's what Ice Cube was also talking about, the black people forming an independent party and an independent like economic activism group. Say, okay, fine, we'll put up somebody who will work for these votes. And by that point, by the way, because this is the natural evolution of how politics goes, there will be somebody. There will be somebody, that's what always happens. Go ahead.
Who do you think, honestly, just between you and I, right? Mm-hmm. Who do you think you could ask for?
It literally isn't between us, but
I know. But I want to break it down because you're making it economically, socioeconomics, geopolitical. So I want to just, let's say Trump and Biden are in the room. Mm-hmm. Who do you think will actually follow through with that contract?
None of them. If you want me to be honest.
Come on, man. Come on.
Did you just hit me with the Joe Biden? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Pete.
Hold on, no. I think you could hold Trump to account because Trump did the he did
first step back.
He did Alice Johnson.
First step back.
Trump first step back. So Trump is like, he's a liar and he's a fraud and he's a con man, but like he
makes ego-based decisions.
Exactly. What he most cares about is his own popularity. And
exactly.
His grip on power. So if it means throwing niggas a bone, which is how he would characterize it, I think he'll be likely to do it. Biden won't even agree to do it. Like they talked about reparations during the Democratic primary. Even Bernie was like, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Oh shit.
The only people who said
had Nina looking in the corner like, nah, I really have a lot of respect for the senator, and we agree on so many things, but nah, not this. Nah.
Not with Bernie on everything, and that Warren was the one who gave it the most lip service for applause lines, which it remains to be seen. But most of them.
Peter, I don't want to cut you off, but I really gotta say this shit. So because of we know who the administration is really going to be, Kamala's, right? I think we all agree on that. I mean. Biden literally said the person needs to be ready to take over because of his age. Like he said that shit. So did Obama.
No, I pushed back on that.
They said it during a donor call. It was like he has dementia, Danny. I don't know what else you need to see.
Oh my god!
You're a donor call.
Huh?
You're a donor call. You're a donor call.
No. It was reported. It wasn't. You got to understand. This wasn't like a nefarious report. This was something that they were celebrating. Like this was like This was a celebratory report. Look at how far thinking they are. Like they're predicting that Biden's about to like drop dead soon. But with that being said, Kamala said what? Kamala said, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people.
Oh my lord!
Verbatim.
She did say she would legalize marijuana, right?
Yeah, now.
You decriminalize.
What does that have to do?
Decriminalize it.
That is for black people. Look, man, I'm tired.
But that's not specifically for black. But that's a lot for black people.
Specifically, but it would help. It would help black people.
Bro, we would be running every major industry in the goddamn country if marijuana was legalized 100 years ago. Real talk. Because like the reason that like hemp, for example, can be worked in and weaved into everything, you have to remember the black people were the ones who were the masters of agriculture. We were like that. North Carolina A&T. That's why it's HBCU. Because that's the only place that we could go to learn how to do what we did. So like it's a big, but that's not specifically for black people.
If they do it, it will help black people. It will
tremendously. But once again, that she was part of the reason, just, as an aside, she was part of the reason that the gap between black people and the way they were able to profit off of marijuana in California and the way the white people were eventually able to was so big. Like, and of course, who got prosecuted the most, but who has profited the least? Like, that type of stuff. And then for you to say, even knowing this, because we hear you, we see you, we see you, motherfucker. I need to see some money. I don't really care about you seeing me. I didn't suggest that you needed glasses. I feel like we're good. We can see each other. Go ahead.
Trump wasn't letting black residents to rent in his buildings.
Yeah.
In New York, in a publication in New York against the Five.
Danny, you can't. Like, if you're gonna argue me that Trump is a racist, I'm gonna tell you I agree with you.
Okay, cool. So then let's move on.
But did Trump legislate the segregation of all of New York? Because that's the type of shit that Biden was doing when he was in the Senate.
Damn.
The crime bill, if that's what you're talking about.
No, bro. You don't understand. I don't know if he was watching the primary where he was bragging about the shit. I was working with Republicans to get rid of those buses.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you got it. Okay, Biden is an old white man, bro. Biden and Trump are the same person, pretty much. They're just slightly, Trump is a little more sinister than Biden.
Neo-fascist versus civility fascist.
Okay, and Biden has come across. He's the white man who's at least hearing and seeing change. You can start out having.
No. He ain't seeing no change. Don't say change. Don't say that. Don't say because he hasn't. What has he done to? Bro, I hate to say the word tangibles because But what the? Bro, you was VP. You were VP under the administration of the first black president who happened to be African, who ironically is the reason that there's open slave trade in Libya, bro.
He helped pass Obamacare, right?
That's a Republican piece of legislation.
It is.
It's Republican,
but it's better. This is what we got deflected on last time.
Did we? My bad, Danny. I keep interrupting Danny, man. My bad.
Hey, let me get that Obamacare real quick, my little friend. Obamacare, you're talking about.
You call me illiterate?
No,
my learned. You always say my learned.
Man, look, you have some strategies that are very familiar to derail my conversation. The Recovery Act, Obamacare. You're talking about healthcare in specific, and right now dealing with pandemic. Look about
Obamacare. It sucks though. It sucks.
One second. Watch what's going to happen when they bring it to the Supreme Court. They're getting Amy Coney Barrett. What are they going to do to the Obamacare? Okay, it sucks, but what was the advance of it? Obama was trying, which is the Affordable Care Act. He was trying to get Medicare for all. It started with that. However, he brought Mitch McConnell in. He brought all those people, Paul Ryan. They pushed Boehner, wherever the hell he is right now, probably on a farm, orange as hell because of his tan. They were not fucking with it. The pharmaceutical industry wasn't fucking with it. The healthcare companies weren't fucking.
You mean all those people that Obama took money from weren't fucking with his healthcare plan, and then he listened to what they had to say? Oh man, that's crazy.
Sure, they're his donors. However, now look, he insured 20 more million people. People who you're talking about people who had pre-existing conditions was something that healthcare plans could deny you for. Motherfuckers forget 2004.
That's true. I know it's gonna sound crazy. Cause I'm like I like the world's most interesting man right now. I worked in the insurance industry. Insuring 20 million people and making sure that 20 million people are insured to make sure they get health care when it's time for them to get it is not the same thing. Yeah, and it largely depended on your state. And he allowed Republicans to make sure that was dependent on whether or not the state expanded Medicaid, knowing that the Republicans would not do it just to make him look bad.
Now, and he knew that. Okay, to states, when you pass legislation federally, you in the United States, where federalism, so states have to now ratify whatever legislation you pass. So when you pass it in the state of California, it looks very drastic to those states out in the South, which are red. So that's not on Obamacare. I wish it could.
Universal health care takes that out of the picture, though.
Okay, I think we can all agree Obamacare was better than what was before it, which was nothing.
No, it wasn't, because it literally was killing the middle class. People were paying if you had a middle class, like a nuclear 4-person family, if you're making a, go ahead.
Not having healthcare kills you too, though. Right?
No. Actually, let me tell you, because what was happening was ACA put hospitals in extreme debt. Because the deductibles and and then of course, like if they're not following what Obamacare says and they get fined, it's just a whole debacle. And that's actually part of the reason why hospitals they got caught lying about stuff that was happening with COVID. Like out here with the University of Miami, somebody died of a motorcycle accident, and they said it in the press conference, referring to, like, he said he died of COVID, and they slipped up because they are incentivized to get themselves out of debt with the money that's offered. But you have to say that they died of COVID, and you have to say that they died on a ventilator. Like,
okay,
now what? Go ahead.
When you're saying before that, let's say I went to the hospital before Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, and I didn't have insurance. Who gets now? Who owes that?
You go to the ER.
Who owes that?
But the prices were cheaper before Obamacare. They were. Go look it up. Why? If I know, listen, you have to understand how this shit works. It's like whenever I go if I would go to the emergency room back then, it was like my brother broke his arm. It was like $250. But everything was built out exactly so you could see what you were paying for. Once Obamacare got passed, they stopped doing that. So they just started charging whatever. So then the insurance companies were like, well, shit, I'm not about to pay for that. Oh, so how are we going to pass that down to the customer? Deductibles. And then it went from just deductibles for when you go visit, deductibles when you go to your month to month to get your prescription. Then now it's deductibles on the prescriptions and when you go visit and if you go to the emergency room. And you still have to pay your monthly payment. Now I'm paying a literal tax for healthcare that I probably won't even be able to actually receive. And if I don't pay for it, I get penalized for that. So it's like I paid for it anyway. So now I'm in a position where I lose because most people don't use their healthcare like for me, I get a re-up every 3 to 4 months unless it's an emergency. I have TRICARE. But most people adults I feel like are in that kind of threshold. And at least most black people, let's be honest.
What about the kids stay on your parents till you're 26 and you can't be denied for a pre-existing condition?
And that is good. That's a good thing. Like it's not that there's nothing bad about nothing good about Obamacare. That's not the issue. But also it incentivizes. Now the insurance companies are incentivized because they want you to keep your kid on. It's not like this motherfucker's gonna be able to use the healthcare anyway.
But he needs to be insured. That's the whole point of insurance.
You mean before the 26, they won't be able to use it?
What? If you gotta pay you're gonna pay me $4,000 per person for a deductible before he even touches my pockets.
Listen,
or you don't get, and because of that, people they don't go.
You're talking about premiums, what you were talking about, which went.
No, I'm talking about deductibles.
I'm talking about deductibles. I don't know about 4,000 per person.
Oh, bro, I've heard some wild stories. It depends on the state. Go ahead.
It's based off because I also have a license in California of accident health and life insurance. So the point of it is when you buy your insurance, you can look at what the deductible is going to be. If you pay a higher monthly premium, that deductible cannot be $4,000.
That's not necessarily true because your health is still factored in. You can't be denied, but it's saying you can't be completely denied. I can still tax your ass for it. And I would know because I'm licensed in Florida, Danny. What's good?
Listen, okay, cool. So you know a bronze plan, a silver plan, a gold plan.
Yep.
And then you have.
I know HMO, I know PPOs, I know Medicare Plan A, Medicare Plan B.
It might be different according to state. 4,000 does seem a little high.
However,
that was a Colorado scenario. It was weird.
However, higher premium you pay, your deductible in whatever state you're in is going to be lower. And as far as Obamacare, if it's so bad, your nigga, Trump, for 4 fucking years...
I got TRICARE. He ain't giving my health care.
But the premium they fuck you either way because the premium...
I won't let Danny finish. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. The Trump has been saying for 4 years, 3 years and some change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some 8 months, 9 months, that he's going to change Obamacare. Mitch McConnell's been saying that. All of these motherfuckers have been saying it. They can't because the brilliance of Barack Obama, I'm gonna say the 44th president, was that he found a way to pass legislation which will stand the test of time. Something that Democrats couldn't do in the 90s with Hillary.
You mean by letting Republicans introduce the legislation and get exactly what they asked for? That's a brilliant strategy, bro.
It's called bipartisanship.
No. It's a Republican piece of legislation, bro.
Yeah.
You do not remember how Obama thought that you could keep your own doctor because that's what he wanted. I believe that because that was what Hillary wanted, and that's where he got the idea for universal health care.
People really care about that? Who cares? I don't need to keep my.
No. It's a big deal, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if, say, for example, like I was talking about, that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. If I can't afford health insurance, like my friend's in that situation right now, some doctors will charge you cash. They're like, if you pay cash, you'll save hundreds of dollars because they don't want to go through the administrative shit. And then, of course, sometimes you develop a relationship, and that may not be a big deal for us, but for women, it is a big deal. Especially if you've been with them through, when you're having kids and when you've gotten sick. Like, there's just there's a rapport that you build where like you can you trust this person.
I feel that.
That's a thing. That's monetary value.
I get that. Trust is important, but like, look, I mean, what's the exchange though?
But but that's not what the main problem was. It was I can't choose. So in other words, it's not that I can't go see the doctor I want. It's that you got to tell me where the if based off of what insurance company I have. That's the difference between the HMO and the PPO. I have to go to a doctor in this network. If I leave the state, by the way, my insurance does not carry over. That's one of the biggest problems with Obamacare. Your insurance does not carry over to the other state.
Right. I know from
experience. Did it carry over before Obamacare under Bush?
Yeah, it did. Because it wasn't. Wow. So for example, Aetna closes in some states. Aetna, because of how expensive it costs to operate there, and it's not even necessarily because of Obamacare itself, but because of what the state is doing. But Obamacare is what is making them react like that. So now Aetna, for example, I think is it either in New Jersey? I think they just left Florida, and so now. If I go from, maybe North Carolina where they might have it to Jersey, I'm screwed. But before, Aetna would just be, if it was in most of the states, and then they would maybe not be in all the states, but if you went to like a hospital within one of their sister networks, then you'd be fine. You might pay a little bit more. But now it's basically you're paying full price because we're not doing anything with them because of the administrative side, which is what really everybody complains about the most on the medical side. The administrative side is so overwhelming and expensive and time consuming that they're just like, we're not going to work with other states. We're not doing it. That's the problem with the ACA. And I'm like, don't think I'm blaming completely Obama. Like, but you took that money, you knew what time it was. Like you also, and this is where I will blame Obama. There will never be another president in my lifetime more popular than Barack Obama was. And like, it's not, bro, you're 99% of the black vote. It's just never happening again.
AOC?
AOC won't get 99% of any, like it is because it was such it's a unique, it's a unique, like you're never getting LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh in their primes ever again in the NBA.
You had Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Luke Longley.
Bro, only one of them were ever MVP.
Run. You should run. That's it.
Who?
Right? You.
Eventually, I gotta handle this media thing first, man. Media side's so crazy because nobody who's good will have a chance until
media. Be like, nigga, they'll never be a president. Nigga, you the one, bro. I don't know. Hey, step up.
Look, I can't. I don't know, man. If AOC run, well, if Nina runs, then I'm gonna work with Nina to do whatever. Because like Nina's an activist. Like she gave it all up to be an activist, and when you like give it all up to be, that's one of the same reasons I have so much respect for Tulsi. When you give it all up, do the right thing. If AOC chose to run against Nina, in my opinion, that exposes AOC. Because that's Bernie's,
Hey man, it's an open primary, bro. Every man.
Oh no. That's for sure. No, 100%. But what's your goal?
Same.
No, it can't be the same. Because if it was the same, because I'm gonna tell you like bro. After she propped up Warren for 10 months,
she endorsed Bernie at the DNC. She endorsed over Biden.
But no. She was told to do that. That was a script.
But she still did it.
But it was a script. It was, bro, dead ass. Google. It was a script. It's not like this isn't controversial information.
Come on, bro.
This isn't controversial information. It was a script.
Endorsed Biden. Biden was the nominee at that point, and AOC went against the grain. And
no, it wasn't against the grain. They had to because Bernie was the other person. He was the last one left. Somebody had to do it. That's
no,
how.
They didn't.
Yes, they do. It's the DNC rules.
So
I'm dead. That's why
one surrogate has to go for the second.
No, it's not about surrogate status. It's just that somebody has to endorse just to say that there was, because he was part of he has delegates. The delegates can't get passed along until he's officially nominated.
Well, she did it.
And I mean,
AOC, come on, man. So are we don't like AOC no more, like,
bro? Oh nah. Oh, you ain't been on AOC the next Obama. What you mean?
Okay, so
probably worse. She's more dangerous than Obama.
Like AOC. All these people are on the same team, bro.
They're not. Okay, so answer me this.
Oh man.
Why did AOC run on the Off Fossil Fuels Act, but then all of a sudden, which was introduced by Tulsi, literally all of the squad ran on the Off Fossil Fuels Act. Tim Canova was running that race as well. Who else was running that race? So Paula Jean was in that 2018.
Off Fossil Fuels Act, meaning let's get off fossil fuels and transition to.
Bro. All Fossil Fuels Act was Tulsi's legislation. Look it up. It literally is the best climate change legislation that's ever been introduced in the history of the world. This is not hyperbole. It was endorsed by over 400 environment and climate groups.
Organizations, okay.
Yeah. Green New Deal doesn't even come close to that. Like literally.
So AOC ran on it, and then what? What'd she do?
And then instead of working with Tulsi to get it passed like she promised, when she started getting the fame and then saw Tulsi come under attack, and also, she got the fame and thought, I'm running for president in 2024. I'm going to be president. I'm going to be the first female president. I'm going to be the youngest. Tulsi would literally be the thing standing in her way of that, because Tulsi would have been the youngest, and Tulsi would be a woman of color, the first woman of color. And so, also Tulsi has been demonstratively more loyal to Bernie than AOC has. Like, every time Bernie was attacked, Tulsi jumped in, wrote a whole op-ed article in the middle of the election to call out the CIA for trying to spread, that Russiagate bullshit to try and undermine Bernie. And so AOC no, I can't have that. Let me introduce this Green New Deal and then not do shit after that, because she hasn't done a damn thing since. Not even prepare legislation to be introduced just in case the Democratic president ends up in the play, like ends up winning, and then she could leverage her popularity. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, well, can you at least hold Nancy Pelosi accountable? Well, that's Mama Bear. I don't know about that. Well, shit, if the people that you endorsed, can you at least hold them accountable? If they said no Green New Deal. Well, okay, I guess I can't really say anything about that. Well, can you at least say something about Tara Reid? She lied. Literally lied. Kavanaugh, me too. We got a primary. Anyone who doesn't say Kavanaugh is guilty, Joe Biden basically is damn near found guilty. Like,
Kavanaugh's a drunk.
Yeah, but I don't have, bro. Kavanaugh is horrible for a lot of reasons. But
come on now,
due process. I mean, no. Listen what I'm saying. It's not about. But for as far as AOC is concerned, it's not about Kavanaugh. It's about the standard that you set. So the moment that you said that, when Tara Reid got damn police reports, the staff's like, yeah, she got fired the moment she told on Biden. Biden's out here finger banging her in the back without telling, and then AOC's like, well, Tara Reid didn't say she wasn't voting for Biden. That's what she said in the NPR interview. It was a lie. It was a literal lie. She lied on a sexual assault victim to vote for Biden, to get people to vote for Biden, to get people to not look at his sexual assault allegations. Bro, that is dangerous. That is the ego and ambition driving every decision you make. Somebody tell me how many times she defended Nina Turner when she was under it. Remember whenever Jason Johnson called her, she called her and Bree, what do you call her? Misfit black women. Remember that?
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
What was AOC's comments on that? You remember?
Nah.
They weren't. There was not.
To be honest, AOC has shown, she's shown proclivities that have made me question her judgment, her decision.
So why ignore it?
Tara Reid, I'm not. Tara Reid is a complicated situation because
ain't that complicated, bro.
But you're talking about due process, and so he
was a senator, and they were denying her due process because he was a senator. That's my point. She filed a police report. She did every possible step that a rape victim or a sexual assault victim could
take. She filed it in 2020, right? She didn't file it.
No. She filed it at the time. She went to the police almost immediately.
I can't remember. I don't remember that.
Bro, and then she was fired. That's why she was fired, because she tried to handle it immediately, which, by the way, most sexual assault victims don't do. Because
was that after Biden had already won the nomination though?
No. He was a senator still.
No. I mean, did the Tara
Reid was before that.
No, I know. But I'm saying, did the story resurface after the end of?
No. The Tara Reid story was before the nomination. Because remember, all those sexual assault allegations were coming out, like in the big when he first announced. So that's when the Tara Reid story originally resurfaced, because there was like an interview about it, and then everybody started doing the research, like, oh, it was becoming more prevalent because like the evidence was mounting, because otherwise they could just dismiss her immediately. But they couldn't, because the evidence was mounting, and then her colleagues were coming out and supporting her. And then documents were coming out and supporting it. And then she was fired when she said she was fired. And so the story starts adding up, and they're like, well, and it's like there are looser sexual assault cases. And by the way, it's not even about whether or not it's true or not, but the standard that AOC set was different. Why? Only because there's a D beside this motherfucker's name. That's it. Which means you're not.
Unfortunately, yes. Now, okay, so let me just say this. Okay. If Biden did that, I'll go on record. He should be prosecuted to the full. I think he probably is out of the statute of limitations. But if he did it, then he should be.
I think they removed. Didn't they remove the statute? No, it's DC. Probably not.
Oh, yeah, I think
it's DC.
That'd have been in the 90s, right? So that's probably past by now. If he did do it, no. Let me just finish the point. If he did it, he should be held accountable. But you're talking about a campaign. You're talking about Donald Trump is the opposition. Right, you're talking about Donald Trump saying he's trying to gas protesters. He's trying to bring back the Insurrection Act, which was used to quell slave uprisings. Donald Trump is an actual fascist, right? And he has fascist mentality.
And what is Biden?
Biden is a moderate Republican.
No. Biden's a civility fascist. I don't know what y'all know about Ferguson. What do you think they were doing to them? But nobody cared because a black man who was president. And Joe Biden was looking like he wasn't doing nothing behind the scenes. How about the fact that Twitter censored that New York Post article about Hunter Biden? And I thought that shit was going to come later.
That's Hunter Biden. That's not.
No. It was about both. Because they were allowing the army. Bro, they were. Huh?
He's selling access to his dad, right?
But do you know what that access bought?
What does Trump do?
Bro, no. We ain't talking about. Why is it? What if I tell you something about Biden? You can't say Trump worked with the progressive Ukrainian administration to investigate the corruption that was going on in the Ukrainian administration. And now, granted, it wasn't for altruistic reasons, but he worked with that administration. Even though Zelensky is a progressive president, Zelensky doesn't even like Trump, but he's like, yo, I mean, we don't like each other, but we got to get these people out because the escalation between the Ukraine and Russia were getting out of hand. Because of the corruption, the corrupt people some of them were still there. Like Zelensky ran on getting corruption out. So he reinitiated the investigation in March of 2019. And then Trump was like, hey, bro, I mean, we can probably make something pop. Because I know Joe Biden and Hunter and Nancy Pelosi, which is a whole different long story. But all the Obama favorites and the elites were involved in this shit.
That's my point. Trump goes after his political opponents.
Okay, but pause. That he wasn't a political opponent yet. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Everybody wants to say Joe Biden. He wasn't a political opponent yet. In fact, it probably No. You're thinking about when impeachment started. That's not what I'm talking about. This was before impeachment. In other words, it's weird because once the investigation started picking up steam in the Ukraine, then the phone call is made, and then they're like, oh, well, Donald Trump is trying to take out his political opponent. Because that's what you're saying is what Nancy Pelosi's saying. And we both goddamn know there's not
I'm not saying Biden's not corrupt.
No. But what you're saying is the talking point that Nancy Pelosi used to justify impeachment. And we both know if it came out of Nancy Pelosi's mouth, it's a motherfucking lie. It is. But she's like, the Republicans are the reason we don't have the package. Well, hold on. Didn't you just go on vacation?
No, but bro, Trump doesn't lie. Trump lies every day.
No. Did I say Trump doesn't lie? You can't bet. You can't.
I can't. I only can because we have a two-party system, bro.
No. One, we don't have a two-party system. We have a multi-party system, but only two parties control it because everybody wants to say, but what about the other side? But what about Trump? If you really want me to break down the differences between Biden and Trump is a fascism you can critique. Biden is the fascism you are not allowed to. That is why Facebook and New York Post deleted. They didn't even have any ability to prove that the story was fucking false, and they blocked it because it hurt Joe Biden.
Well, hold on. That story, if I'm correct, Hunter Biden left his laptop at a computer
repair shop
in Delaware. They found pictures of him passed out.
They didn't find pictures of him. What was happened was the information was transferred to a hard drive. Okay. And then it's because it's government property. He's like, hey, bro, he didn't come back for it. Boom. Then, of course, Giuliani gets in.
What's on the hard drive? Emails?
It was all the information because when you're fixing a laptop, you have to transfer everything over.
Okay, but like emails can be doctored. Pictures can be doctored.
But nobody has denied the authenticity of them. The only thing that they said was that the meeting wasn't on the official schedule, which it wouldn't be. Do you understand that at a CFR meeting, Biden bragged about trying to fire the prosecutor who was trying to prosecute his son?
Bro, honestly.
Bragged about it.
No, I feel it. Look, Biden's corrupt.
No. He is guilty of the thing they accuse Trump of doing. What you're saying is he's the same as Trump, but Trump.
No. Trump is willing to use his power to crush opposition to him.
My God. Okay. Once again. So what happened in Ferguson?
No. But that's Ukraine.
No, I'm talking about. So what happened in Ferguson?
You mean with Biden and Obama?
He was VP.
Well, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Ferguson Police Department, it was discovered that they were pretty much openly racist, and Obama's Department of Justice is the one that cracked down on them and found out.
No. He gave them tanks. What do you mean? He literally gave them tanks
during the riots and the protests.
Before the protests, they were already militarized by Obama.
But But whose DOJ was it that investigated them and found out how racist?
Bro, because of the fucking massive uprising and the country was about to be out of control.
Bill Barr was saying systemic racism.
Bro, what is it? What is me saying? Look at the facts with Obama. Had to do a goddamn Bill Barr.
Because Bill Barr doesn't even acknowledge.
So now we just ignore the 8 to 10 protesters who were the leaders in the protests at Ferguson who were either dead or kidnapped right now, missing right now. That a lot of people in Ferguson believe the police department did through fusion centers that were set up and utilized by the Obama administration. Of course, guess where they came from? The Patriot Act. Who the fuck authored the Patriot Act? Y'all want to remind me real quick? Who authored the Patriot Act? Who authored that?
Bush.
No. Who authored it? No, who authored it?
Man, Bush.
Joseph R. Goddamn Biden.
That was 2001, bro. What do you mean?
No, it was. Oh, no. It was absolutely Joe Biden. It was absolute. The Patriot Act is a piece of legislation. The executive branch can sign shit. The legislator makes the shit.
Jim Sessenbrenner, introduced into the House of Representatives by Jim Sessenbrenner, Republican from Wisconsin.
And in the Senate.
It was they adopted the original House bill.
No, it has to be co-introduced. It has to be introduced twice. Well, that's how that shit works.
I don't know who did it in the Senate, but it was 2001, bro. Like you got it. It's 2001. We just got attacked. Everyone's scared. People are looking for shit like that.
So we spy on Americans. So we're defending what Joe Biden created and Brett Kavanaugh created the legal language.
Hindsight is 2020, but every single senator except for Karen Bass, even Bernie, not Karen Bass. What's the one from Oakland? Even
You're
Bernie.
Talking about Barbara Lee.
Barbara Lee. Every single senator except for a House member, Congress member, except for Barbara Lee, voted to go to Iraq and
Afghanistan.
Bernie didn't vote for Afghanistan.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. He said it in the debate that Barbara Lee was the only one to get it correct. He didn't vote for Iraq.
Barack did it.
Huh?
Barack didn't vote for that either.
No.
Bernie. Said Bernie. Barack wasn't in Congress.
My point is, it was an overwhelming majority of them who voted. It was an overwhelming majority because we just got attacked. So it's like hindsight is 2020. Now we're like, okay, let's not exchange freedom for security, or maybe it's a debate. But in 2001, you couldn't tell nobody that. People were wound
But what does that have to do with him authoring it? Helping to write it. He went to Brett Kavanaugh to get the legal advice to get around all the shit that was previously unconstitutional.
In 2001, bro.
No, you're not listening. He went to Brett Kavanaugh to figure out how to do unconstitutional shit to us, but it had shit to do with Afghanistan. Because that shit was about Saudi Arabia. They already knew who did it because Osama bin Laden worked for us. He came from the Saudi Arabian royal family, and yet you ain't hear no out of Biden's mouth or Bush's mouth for that matter. Maybe we should go talk to Saudi Arabia and see what the fuck they think. Because he came from their family.
I don't know how much Biden knew in 2001.
Bro,
I'm not willing to say that he knew.
He's part of the Democratic Leadership Council. He knows everything. You're not allowed to be a part of the Democratic Leadership Council if you don't know everything. He wouldn't have been selected.
Hey, chime in. Jesus, I'm getting hammered over here.
Go ahead, man.
You're not getting hammered. I mean, he said it. He said who authored it. It was Brett Kavanaugh. It even said
No. Brett Kavanaugh was the legal authority that Biden used to get around all the constitutionality issues.
I have yet to see anywhere.
Go look it up, bro.
And by the way, George Bush invaded pretty much unilaterally what's it called?
Yeah, it was unconstitutional. You're correct.
Exactly. So George Bush and Republicans aren't any better. They also break the law and break the Constitution.
Duh.
Okay, so that's my point though. If both sides are bad, then it's all about choosing the least bad. That's the
no.
Because we're not. We can hold our breath.
So if we resurrect Martin Luther King right now, you gonna tell that motherfucker to vote for the least bad? Is that what he advocated for?
Martin Luther King, with all due respect, cannot be resurrected.
Hold on. Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act, though.
No. You know why he signed the Civil Rights Act? Because the movement that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and all of them started had this motherfucker shook. The DC was literally scared they were going to run up in their crib. That the protesters... But that's why they assassinated them.
Okay, but would George Wallace have signed the Civil Rights Act?
Yes, he would. No, if he was in Lyndon, you know who Lyndon B. Johnson is, bro. He was known as a connoisseur of the N-word.
For sure.
He's a racist.
Okay, but he signed it, didn't he? That's my point.
You just said
George Wallace was an active opposition to the Civil Rights Act. He wouldn't have signed it. He would have.
I'm saying but Lyndon B. Johnson was no better on the issue of race. He signed it because he was forced to. I mean, granted, he didn't even write the shit. If he didn't sign it, there would have been a whole hell of backlash just because his people were the ones who introduced it into the House and Senate. So,
you think George Wallace would have signed the Civil Rights Act if he was president? You think so?
If the Republicans would have introduced it in the House and the Senate, and his Republicans said, you sign this because our elections are depending on it, he would have signed it.
George Wallace was like the most notorious racist and opponent of the Civil Rights.
Bro, Lyndon B. Johnson was a notorious... You're not getting it. The only difference between them did it help us out politically to sign this? That's the only difference. Did it help my party out politically to sign this, or did it help this party out politically to sign this? It helped my party out this time.
George Wallace, segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever.
Bro, you're not listening. There were both racists. You need to look up the history of just how racist Lyndon B. Johnson was.
Lyndon Johnson was racist, but I'm saying.
But my point is, George Wallace. George Wallace
was like, he was the racist.
You're ignoring you keep saying George, you're ignoring what I'm saying. My point was
I'm making a comparison.
No, you're not making you're making a comparison between two people. I'm making a comparison against two parties who do what the fuck is in there. But you just made the argument for Ice Cube. Well, you got to figure out who's gonna do what the fuck you want them to do, not because it's the right thing to do, but because it's what you need them to do. It doesn't matter what their personal beliefs are. So my point is, if George Wallace would have ran in that party and would have only been able to keep his office from pretending to care about that issue, then he would have did the same shit.
You want to bring up Martin Luther King? In 1965, Martin Luther King called George Wallace perhaps the most dangerous racist in America today. 1965.
Okay, that's not. You're still ignoring the point. Okay, you know what? Tell me who Martin Luther King voted for. Since you out here telling me what the fuck Martin Luther King said. Tell me who he voted for. Tell me who he voted for. Go ahead. Read me the list of the 3 presidents he voted for while he was coming up in his building his movement. No, you don't know that. He didn't like JFK.
So who, nigga? I don't know.
Oh, you didn't. You know the only reason they came together because he was building a movement, and RFK, who wasn't the president at the time, but at least was obviously brothers with JFK, and they were close. He basically begged them to work together because JFK had animosity towards MLK because of he's like, fuck that. I'm challenging whoever wins this election. I don't care who it is. And you know where the rest of the black community was on that particular issue. But because RFK was also the only reason he could bring JFK to the table, like, hey, bro, you want to win re-election, you got to get him. Like, facts.
So he didn't vote for JFK, MLK?
He never advocated for anybody, so we don't know, is my point. We don't know.
How's that relevant?
Because he didn't advocate for any of them, because the moment that he would lose all of his leverage.
I'm not saying advocate. I'm saying there are worse. One party is worse than the other.
No, that's not true. It maybe in a state, maybe in a very specific municipality, but for example, here, Andrew Gillum was taking all the goddamn sugarcane money that was destroying our environment, and Ron DeSantis put together a climate change and environmental goddamn commission and saved our state from red algae, which saved our economy that was about to go into the tank because nobody wanted to come here anymore. That's what I'm saying. It isn't about Democrat and Republican. It's about how I win. How do I keep this office and keep the gravy train alive? That's what it's about at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, Biden was able to keep the gravy train alive because he's willing to play ball with the worst elements of the establishment. And you can't do shit about it. Because y'all keep talking about what's going to happen with Trump. Trump going to be gone. If he fucks up, he'll be gone. No matter what, he'll be gone.
They're going to take his place. Or Ivanka. Or some shit.
Huh? Ivanka? No, Ivanka ain't going to do shit.
Nah.
That's what they said about Trump.
No. Trump was an international mogul. That's not the same thing. Go ahead, Danny.
What Trump is going to do, like he said in his speech, when he loses, he's going to go to a different country. That's what Trump's going to do.
I mean, I feel like even if he wins, he's probably gonna go to a different country. I mean, he's rich, so rich motherfuckers do. But
how are you arguing for this guy?
how am I arguing with? I was saying he's gonna go to a different country regardless because he's a rich motherfucker. I feel like that's a pretty standard objective statement.
So you're fine. If
go ahead.
You don't vote. So you don't vote for Biden or Trump. Trump wins.
No, I'm voting for Gloria La-Riva.
Okay, so let's play out the scenario. You don't vote personally for Biden or Trump, and your following pretty much follows what you do. Okay, Trump wins. So let's say hypothetically he wins because of people abstaining.
He's probably going to win.
Okay. So because of people abstaining from voting, and then Trump does.
No. Oh, go ahead.
And then Trump he continues his path, right? Cripples the Affordable Care Act, pretty much reverses every part of it. Mm-hmm. Racial tensions get worse. We never really recover from COVID until there's a time-tested, proven vaccine.
Roe v. Wade. Get Roe v. Wade in there.
Roe v. Wade is not getting undone.
He's probably going to get us into war with Iran.
No, he's not. He doesn't want to go to war with Iran. That's why he fired. He literally fired Bolton because he didn't want to go to war with Iran. He literally said it. I mean, he fired Bolton because he tried to take niggas to a war with Iran.
He assassinated the general, Soleimani.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. That was Bolton. But like, Trump is kind of a bitch.
Bolton?
Trump is a bitch. No, I'm telling you it was Bolton because I know for a fact it was him. I'm telling you what I know. Listen, no, deadass. I'm telling you what I know. It was Bolton who did the shit.
But Trump had to approve it. He's the president. The buck stops with me.
No. That's what. Okay, so this is what y'all not understanding. Shit gets done behind Trump's back on a regular basis, and because the motherfuckers who do it get fired.
He's bragging about assassinating him.
So what's his grift? What's his grift? His grift is pretending like he's in charge of shit. We know that he is nowhere near as in control of his administration as he pretends he is, or Steve Bannon would have never left. Because I
don't disagree with that, but he's publicly showing himself to be a strong man, right? And he's saying we took out a terrorist. So because
that's what he does.
He's now claiming it. So you can't say, I didn't know I didn't really want to do that, but then also say, yeah, we took out Soleimani. Okay.
Yeah, well, he's a liar. So like, you can't say he's a liar and then be like, nah, he wouldn't lie. He lies to protect his damn machismo fucking act all the time. Huh?
All that matters is what he says. It doesn't matter if he lies. It just matters what he says publicly. So if he's taking credit and he's building it as a boost to his resume,
but he said both publicly. So you can't say we can pay attention to one, not the other.
A liar can tell
the truth. Go
ahead, Danny.
He never said Soleimani was assassinated without me knowing. He never.
No. But he said that Bolton wanted to invade Iran. He wanted to invade Venezuela. Like he went on the damn Twitter rant of a lifetime. Saying everything we already knew about Bolton. But like it became very clear that maybe you didn't have because even the generals didn't even know. The generals who were in Iraq did not know that was going to happen.
Well, I don't agree that Trump can shift blame for not.
It's not about shifting blame. It's about understanding the powers that be. You have to remember, Hillary already came out and said much of the administration that ended up under Trump, she was going to bring in. So what? So what? Joe Biden's going to be different now. That's what y'all telling me.
Look, you can't play out scenarios that aren't existing. So all that Hillary
she said it.
She was going to
I don't have to. Okay, fuck the scenarios that aren't existing. Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State under Obama and Biden, went through fucking South America and ravaged that bitch. And what did they do about it?
Wait, isn't Trump now installing a new leader in Venezuela right now?
Bolivia. Bolivia is what you're thinking about.
Bolivia.
Yeah, and he's incompetent as fuck. Under Obama, and Chavez gone.
They do the same thing.
Chavez is gone under Obama. You just hear there's once again, competent fascism is not the better choice. That's what you're basically arguing. Well, we want somebody who's really nice about the fascism. Bro, I was in Standing Rock. I drove my ass across the country to go see. I'm like, this can't be as bad as like because the mainstream media gotta report this. Because Obama said he was going to take care of the Native Americans. And he would not have said that because he understands what people have called. No, I went there. It was worse than what I thought it was. A young woman had just lost her fucking eye after being shot in the eye with a rubber bullet by the police there. Another woman, a Native American woman, lost her arm. A Native American man who was literally running for Congress at the time gets fake felony charges thrown on him. And you know what Obama said? Let's see how this plays out. And then when either the Corps engineers or the courts, one of the two were like, actually, this pipeline is illegal. He overruled it. What? Do you and guess how much news coverage it got?
Bro, it's November 17, 2020.
Bro, no, fuck that. You can't be like, let's ignore history when you're going to say, let's look at history. Because your whole thing is, let's look at history of Trump. I could be like, nah, bro, it's fucking October 2020. Why are we talking about what happened 2 days ago?
Between you and I, Niko, let's make it a deal. We're only going to talk about recent history, like current states.
Bro,
if I talk about COVID,
what the fuck? No. You can't be like, let's talk about, you're not going to erase legacy. You can't erase legacies to win an argument because it means you don't have an argument.
I'm not erasing legacy.
No,
Trump was going to rush. Just let me get a thought out.
Go ahead.
Seconds. Trump went to rush Limbaugh. First of all, if you're China or Russia, you're looking at this nigga like you're going on some fat dude who's about to die show who has a podcast pretty much with double B's on his seat, talking about, and I quote, if you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we're going to do things to you that have never been done before. That is provocation. Okay, then, meanwhile, what people don't know about geopolitical, we're going out of Iraq. We're going out of Afghanistan. What does that create? A power vacuum. What are we going to do?
That's not true. Iraq is perfectly functional. Iraq is the one who kicked us out. They kicked us out through a legislature, through passing legislation.
These niggas have toy guns. You're talking about
Bro, no. Hell no. I got it. No. First of all, Afghanistan, there was no power vacuum in Afghanistan until we literally put Al-Qaeda there. Do you understand? You're advocating for us to continue creating the problems in the region that the only reason that there's problems in those specific areas are because of us. It's because...
These are running up the horses next to Hellcats. Come on, bro.
Say what?
Come on.
Say that again?
Niggas in Iraq and Afghanistan are running up on horses. You're telling me, like medieval times.
No. Not Iraq. Not Iraq. Iraq is Iraq is modernized. Bro, you out here thinking like, are you one of those people that be like, y'all think that everybody out in Iran is wearing hijabs and shit? Iran is very westernized.
No,
Iraq is very westernized.
Iran is westernized.
Iraq is too. Afghanistan is not because it's a tribal nation. But that's not up to us to determine whether or not they get to stay tribal or not. That's American exceptionalist like fucking rhetoric. It doesn't matter. We should have never been there. We were there for Osama bin Laden, bro. He's Saudi Arabian and he was found in Pakistan. And we killed hundreds of thousands of their people.
Let's go down that line of thought. You want to go down legacy? Who took us there? A Republican. Why? Because he had a heart.
Hold up. Who promised to get us out? Obama. What did he do?
Obama promised a lot of shit. Obama overpromised.
No. But he said he want to talk about a Republican got us there. The guy who promised to solve the problem exacerbated it and extended it to 7 more fucking countries. No, excuse me. 5 more. 5 more. He went from 2 wars to 7, bro. Come on.
Obama captured Osama bin Laden.
Bro, Obama ain't do a goddamn thing. And we always knew where he was at. What are you talking about? Bro.
Meanwhile, currently, Trump is on Twitter retweeting some conspiracy on QAnon that the actual Navy SEAL Team 6 didn't do it. Then the Navy 6 team nigga has to come out.
Actually, look, first of all, I don't know about the QAnon shit, but like, it's like, I don't know about the QAnon shit, but the intel community lies about shit all the time. And if the guy with the top secret clearance who gets the briefing says that nigga, the SEAL Team 6 didn't kill him, that shit just raised a whole bunch of red flags for me, and I'm gonna have to look that shit up later.
Right, who do you think is more likely to go with Iran, Biden or Trump?
To go to war with Iran?
Yeah.
Biden has already threatened war with Iran and Russia.
So you think Biden is?
Listen, no. He's made it clear. He says, "I will retaliate if
Obama did the nuclear deal."
No. First of all, I'm talking about Russia. Second of all, the nuclear deal. No. The Iran nuclear deal was only to put something on paper to claim that they violated, so we could justify illegal sanctions. Because
how you gonna say that?
No. Because it's a bro. You want to know how I know? Well, no. Ask me how I know. Because I fucking read, and the UN made it very clear that the sanctions on the Iran are illegal. Because they launched a satellite into the air, and Obama was like, you can't do that. So let's cripple you with fucking sanctions.
Iran was largely following the deal before Trump pulled us out.
They were because what the fuck else are they supposed to do? Their people were dying.
You're projecting that Biden was using.
No, I'm not projecting. This is fact.
No, you're projecting into the future. You're saying.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Do you know? Okay, do you know what NAFTA is?
NAFTA,
the North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement that limits the people that you can trade with, limits the economics that are the goods that you can trade, also limits what you can and can't grow.
Same as the U.S. MC, whatever the fuck that is.
Yes. Yeah. In other words, it wasn't really a free trade agreement, was it? It was antithetical to what free trade actually means.
Come on, bro.
And guess what happens if you violate it? You end up at the WTO.
Yeah, okay.
Also ran by the United States.
You can't say things that haven't happened yet, man.
No. First of all, was it Brazil? It was either Brazil or Argentina violated the textile trade part of the agreement. Got taken to the WHO, and they got hammered for it. Like, this is shit that has already happened. You got history right here. Bro, you got all the fucking answers to the goddamn test. And y'all like, bro, I don't understand, bro. This shit's so hard.
During Obama's term, so the Iran nuclear deal was signed, 2017 or 2015?
Oh, it had to be before that, yeah.
2015, okay. So Obama was, there was like a good year of that.
And he sanctioned them immediately for launching a satellite. Which did not violate the deal.
I don't understand if you're more concerned about sanctions on Iran rather than
war.
No, I'm more concerned about sanctions in general because I don't like poor people dying because people are like, man, but Obama.
He assassinated a top general and he bombed oil fields.
No, I had a problem with that too. No. The oil fields were in Saudi Arabia, not Iran.
No, they're in Iran.
No. The oil fields were in Saudi Arabia. Syria. It was Syria.
They were against. It was Syria, right?
It was Syria. My apologies. It was Syria, not Iran.
Okay, so I don't know how you can say.
I have a problem with that too. What you like?
Right, but my point is. I asked you who's more likely to go to war with Iran.
Who has
escalated?
Is there not a war in Syria right now? Hold on. Have you ever seen a picture of Syria before Obama literally invaded it?
Man,
and bombed the shot. Have you seen pictures of Syria before that?
We're in the United States of America. We must protect.
Nah, fuck all that. Protect them from motherfucking what?
So I don't.
When the hell, bro?
Well, hold on.
You can't even point to me a time where you probably met a Syrian. Protect them. Protect us from what, bro?
I say
Syria is Russia's puppet.
Cause I don't want to hear the American exceptionalist bullshit. That's bullshit.
I'm not doing that.
We gotta protect us from motherfucking what, bro? Nobody comes here.
All I'm saying, well, no, we got hit in 9/11.
First of all, we got hit by the people that we formerly employed that were retaliating because we threw them under the fucking bus like we do with every terrorist organization we employ.
You said no one comes here. You said no one comes here.
My point is, if we stay the fuck out of other people's business over there, they would have never been here. That's my point.
That's not. I mean,
that's a fact. That is a fact. That is a literal fact.
You might be right about that, but
no, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a literal fact. It's every single.
You're projecting into the future. You're dealing in hypotheticals.
That's what our whole show is, hypotheticals. Y'all are. That's
talking about history.
I'm giving you a fact-based analysis off of what would likely happen based off of the patterns. So y'all are suggesting that there are going to be break in patterns that have been established over decades. That's what y'all are suggesting.
You just said the show is based off hypotheticals.
But I'm saying hypotheticals in the future is what I'm saying. Because we don't know, we can't fucking predict the future. Literally,
that's what I meant. That's what I'm saying though. So Trump, I would say Biden is less likely to go to war with Iran than Trump because we can see what Trump's done in the past. He's not afraid to bomb. He's not afraid to escalate using military violence. He's not afraid to assassinate state leaders unilaterally without congressional authorization.
Okay, first of all, you can't. So bombing. Literally, the reason that he's able to bomb is using all Barack Obama's policy because he was literally known as Obama. He extended the bombing from 2 countries to 7. No. Obama is literally actually, I think until recently. I think it's very recently Trump just passed him. But Obama, prior to Trump, had dropped more bombs than every other president combined. Because he didn't want to send troops because it would have rang the alarms that he was invading a bunch of other nations.
Okay.
But let's look at double the fuck back because we keep talking about Iran. Who's more likely to invade Iran? Yeah, Trump is fucking trigger happy. Trump assassinated Soleimani.
And he's insane.
Oh no. He assassinated Soleimani. Okay. I'm gonna give you that.
Thank you.
Have you seen Iran compared to Syria? If we're going to talk about who's more likely to invade, how about the motherfucker who was second in charge when we literally invaded 5 other countries? We have not started any new wars under Trump. That is fact. That's not conjecture. That is fact. We started 5 new wars and continued 2 wars that he promised to get us out of under Obama, where Biden was advocating for every single one of them. Simultaneously, going into Eastern Europe and working in the funding of fucking neo-Nazis, overthrowing the Ukrainian government, trying to create worse tensions there, just to benefit the oligarchs of both countries.
So you're saying Trump is less likely to go to war with Iran than Biden?
He hasn't gone to war.
Because
so he's waiting until the next election to do it?
So yes.
Why didn't he retaliate then? Why didn't he retaliate whenever Iran retaliated against us? Why didn't he stay in Iraq when Iraq told us to leave?
They didn't do it. What did they do?
They bombed you didn't hear? Bro, I'm gonna need y'all to catch up. So whenever we bombed them, they bombed us back at a couple of our bases in Iraq and threatened, say, if y'all retaliate, that's it. It's over. It's all out. And Trump was like, shit, man, I'm about to go and stay my ass right fuck back here because we can't beat Iran.
For Soleimani.
Huh?
They didn't retaliate.
They did retaliate. Bro, I was live the entire night when they retaliated. They bombed 2 bases.
But
who did it kill?
The bases could be ended.
No, because they announced that they were going to do it. Because they don't want to go to war. They don't want to kill innocent people. Iranians don't want to kill innocent people.
So they bombed property? Is that
No, they bombed 2 military bases.
They killed soldiers.
Bro, you asked me did they retaliate. You didn't ask me who they killed. You asked me if they retaliated.
What do we care about? Come on, bro. What do we care about?
You're really asking me what do we care about?
If that's all they do for us killing their vice president, we got off easy.
Okay. Duh, that's my point. But if Trump is as crazy as y'all claiming he is, he's looking for any motherfucking excuse.
I would rather have a nuclear deal than assassinating heads of state.
Okay, but what? First of all, but no, not if the nuclear deal leads to people dying from fucking starvation based on lies. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's Soleimani. Okay, listen, Soleimani, when he became the head of state, one of the heads of state of Iran, even though he did not deserve to be killed, he did not. But when you put on the military uniform, you know what you're getting yourself into. You're making the choice. I'm putting myself out front, and I got to deal with the diplomatic relations and all the consequences. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, you do. Come the fuck on. If when I joined the military, I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on over there, but I do know. So as I put this on, I'm not a fucking civilian anymore if I step into a war zone.
It would be like if they assassanated the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Yeah.
They would. First of all, our Joint Chiefs of Staff would deserve it. Our Joint Chiefs of Staffs would deserve it. That's different.
Okay.
Oh, Donald Rumsfeld. So hold up, Donald Rumsfeld, who was what? Do we not remember Donald Rumsfeld?
I remember Donald Rumsfeld.
Okay, did you not hear about basically the fact that we committed war crime on war crime on war crime in Afghanistan?
Oh, bro.
Oh, okay. Who do you think approved of all the shit? Our Joint Chief of Staffs will never be assassinated. It's never anything we have to worry about. We never have to worry about a country sanctioning us based off of lies. The difference is Soleimani made the choice to be a leader, and there's responsibilities that come with that. You ask any great leader, that's a choice. When I'm a fucking child being starved by U.S. sanctions because of Iran, go fucking tell one of them that. Tell them that. But at least it's a nuclear deal.
You're saying the Iran nuclear deal caused starvation in Iran? We gave them
money. The sanctions are illegal, and it's called siege warfare. It is literally violating the goddamn Geneva Convention, bro.
We were pumping money into their economy.
No, we weren't. We were pumping money into the oligarchs because listen, the sanctions hit at the exact same time Iran was about to become the number one exporter of oil in the world. At the same time that we started we tried to send fracking into hyperspeed, and then we, of course, were becoming the number one exporter of oil in the world. And then Obama, what did he do? He bragged about it because we did. But if Iran was allowed to develop the way they were supposed to, and we didn't cut them off from the Western world,
you want Iran being a superpower? You want them being a
bro? What the fuck is Iran going to do? What war has Iran started?
Bro, Iran is a theocracy with
no. They have Iran has a legislature. What the fuck are y'all bro? Iran, they're a theocracy in the same way that we're a theocracy. So yeah, they are a little bit more on the religious, bro. Literally everything we have is under God. Motherfuckers is still running under God. Niggas is using God to justify every fucking crime they commit in this country. We have terrorist attacks from white people saying that God told them to do it.
Bro, come on, bro.
We have every single thing that you would think a theocracy would lead to.
Ayatollah Khamenei has been the supreme leader of Iran since 1989.
Bro. Pause. No. Listen to bro. Go to Wikipedia and look at the goddamn. Look at everyone who is in charge. And second of all, you know when Iran did become centralized in power? Whenever we overthrew their fucking government and put dictators there. That's when that happened.
Niko, one second, Niko. I want to know, man, which country you pledge your allegiance to?
I pledge my allegiance to people, bro. What you mean? I don't believe in what the fuck. Like I don't pledge my allegiance to. Like what the fuck am I pledge? I'm gonna pledge allegiance to this country. I don't want that blood on my hands. I don't pledge allegiance to shit. I pledge allegiance to people. I pledge allegiance to moral. I pledge allegiance to what's right and what's wrong. I don't try to fucking curb my allegiance based off of, well, shit, man. I don't, I can't really. If I say this, then that means I might have to do something about it. If I can't be hypocritical, I don't have hypocrisy in me. I'm not going to pretend like Iran is the threat. When the first president that they had, Mossadegh, 1954, he was elected. We immediately overthrew this motherfucker because he was like, we're going to nationalize the oil because we don't want the United States to control our oil supply. That's why we overthrew him. And then that cycle kept continuing over the history because Iran was our original Israel. A lot of people don't know that shit. But they were our original Israel in the region. Ever since then, we've been trying to overthrow and destabilize Iran because, like I just said, they would be, and that's within the last couple of years, they would be the number one exporter of oil in the world. We can't allow that. That's fact.
Okay, so
hold on.
Niko,
I think the history is getting messed up, bro.
One second, man. I gave you last time. So if you want the reparations argument, you need America to stand strong. You need the economy to be working. The Iranian children, which you say Iran is a very beautiful city. It's very wealthy, and I don't think they're walking with no shoes.
No, they're not wealthy anymore. They're not wealthy anymore. That's my point. It's not true anymore. Bro, I need to send y'all some articles. I really got to send y'all some articles. We're literally, and then we increased sanctions on them in the middle of COVID to kill them off even more.
That's Trump.
No. That's y'all legislature. That's the Democratic House that passed that shit, bruh. So tell me that's gonna change under Biden. Tell me that's gonna change under Biden. That was a Democratic legislature that introduced that bill.
And
Democratic.
It has to go through both houses.
No. I don't want to hear that both houses shit now because you said it's different. It's gonna be different. It's Biden. The Democrats introduced sanctions illegally during a fucking pandemic.
Those are corporate Democrats,
bro. They're corporate Democrats, motherfucker. Who's gonna be in there when Biden wins? Oh, we about to elect the whole slate of progressives now.
Hold on, no. Okay, so I'm not a Pelosi fanboy. You know, I'm a Bernie. I'm a left wing guy. So I want more AOCs, more. And you know what's funny to me is that you guys talk about AOC, Nina Turner, Tulsi Gabbard. All of them are on the same team.
No, they're not. Because Tulsi doesn't support sanctions, and neither Nina Turner.
That's why
AOC does.
Hold on. This is why the left always loses. Because
no. Hell, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know why the left loses? You know why the left loses? Because they literally make arguments for Biden after pretending like they want, after they see the same results over and over again. And then instead of saying, well, hold up. Let's figure out how the fuck we got literally anything before. Let's go look at that. Y'all don't want to look at that. Y'all don't want to look at what the Black Panthers did. Y'all want to look at how people organize outside of the system and they work outside in. They challenge anyone. They didn't promise a goddamn soul their votes. They didn't do it because why would I do that? Why would I give up? Y'all strategy is let's talk about everything we want and then give up our leverage. That's what your strategy is, and that's why you keep losing. Bro, because in the pockets like Seattle, where they don't do that, they have one of the most socialist goddamn councilwomen in the country. And then when they try to beat her out, they spent millions to get.
The reason Seattle, I used to live in Seattle. The reason Seattle has a socialist city councilwoman is because Seattle is a liberal city.
No. Okay, California's a liberal state. And
no, it's not. Not really.
No. That's what they. But no, LA. That's what they claim. LA and San Francisco super progressive.
Yes.
Trump
is coming to an extent, but
they're not really.
There's a lot of money in.
Oh, hold on. Danny.
Silicon Valley.
Go ahead, Danny.
Orange County is very
here. Yeah, Trump is coming here to a donor meeting at Orange County. He's being flown out to a donors meeting in Orange County. A lot of people think that California is just Democratic and it's just progressive, but it's not.
That's my point. Neither is Seattle. Seattle is progressive, but it's really neoliberal or liberal at the best. But listen what I'm saying. Hold on. Listen what I'm saying. They try to get out Sawant. They try to get her out. Because of the left coalescing around her and not taking the shit and fighting and organizing, not saying, well, we just got to make sure a Republican doesn't get on the city council if she gets cheated. No, they literally put pedal to the metal for her ass. When Bernie got cheated, people were immediately saying, it's like the facts are fucking there. The court of the United Nations, the entire primary is illegitimate.
Bernie didn't get cheated.
He got cheated. Bro, according to the United Nations, the entire primary is illegitimate. In the Democratic primary, it is the only primary out of all the primaries, and there's a lot of primaries in this country, but even out of the two main ones, they're the only ones that had exit polling margins that were not 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12% fucking margins. That is an illegitimate election.
They're saying they hacked the machines or they didn't count votes?
They literally throw out votes, bro. They literally throw out. Did you not hear in LA? Not like this past election, but in 2017, after 2016 happened, they found a fucking closet full of ballots. Here in Florida, in Broward County, Brenda Snipes got found guilty of a federal court because she was subpoenaed because Tim Canova was like, bro, I think I beat Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Let me subpoena those goddamn ballots and audit the election. Federal court ordered her, the supervisor of elections, give me the ballots. She destroyed them bitches.
Well, if that's
destroyed
true,
them.
If they're literally destroying ballots, I don't think any of us are in favor of that.
But you can't say we're not in favor of it and then pretend like it doesn't happen. That's my point.
Until it gets adjudicated and there's a conviction.
It got adjudicated is what I'm saying.
For the Democratic primaries.
It was adjudicated for the primary, but then the DNC They still do what they want to because just because some shit gets adjudicated doesn't mean there's awareness of it. Because y'all get so stuck on Trump versus Biden. Y'all don't ever say, well, how the fuck did we get here to begin with? Because I know that Bernie had the most popular policy. We know that anti-imperialism is a very popular policy.
I don't think he did. I think people were
Bro,
scared.
73% of people supported Medicare for all. 90% of the Democratic Party did.
I understand that. Yes, the polls are one thing, but when you talk to actual people are scared. People
Bro,
say,
I don't know what people y'all talking to, but I live in a Republican state. I live in a Republican state, bro. And they all, Go ahead.
Polling can be the way you phrase a question can get a different response.
I know this, bro. I do poll analysis all day.
Don't say 73% because.
But my point is.
But when it came down to brass tacks and it was like, hey, vote for Bernie, vote for Biden.
No, well, first of all, Bernie was.
Roll the fuck back, and young people don't vote.
Bernie, no, bullshit. Okay, no, hell no. That's bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you, no, listen. Nah, I need y'all. Nah. I'm gonna need y'all to be quiet. And listen to a nigga who does this shit. I'm out there. I'm in the field. My team tracks ballots. We track them bitches. We watched. I went to New Hampshire. I said, hey, bro, can this machine be hacked? This man said, no, it can't be hacked. Well, no. Why? I'm like, are you sure? No, you're good. It's good. Are you positive? I was informed, but by the supervisor, it can be hacked. Bro, that's the most hackable machine that almost no one else in the country uses because it's most hackable. Guess where there was a ridiculous exit polling margin in New Hampshire that caused the gap between Biden and Biden and Klobuchar at that point to close. That fucking county, one of the only counties, there's only 3 in that entire state that uses machines, and it's the worst machine in the country. He thought, as one of the damn poll leaders, that it couldn't be hacked, so he wasn't paying attention. All the places where they had to hand count the ballots, Bernie was obliterating people. Let's go to California, because I was at that primary too. Guess what happened?
Bernie won California.
No, he didn't. Joe Biden won. Go back and look. They fucking overturned it. All right, it was over the last, maybe month or so. They're like, oh, we finished counting the ballots. Biden won. When he didn't fucking campaign in the state, and we know how much goddamn California loves Bernie Sanders. Like, he was destroying her. Now, let me tell you what happened. Pasta on a.
Bro, where? I need a citation.
Hold on, don't worry. I'm sending y'all every team. I'm gonna send because y'all need a damn history lesson. That's what the hell y'all. I'm gonna send y'all a history. So Pasta the night because you can early vote goes in to see what's up because they go around tracking to see how the precincts are doing. Walks in, the power is out, and he said, oh, can I get a ballot? Because California's supposed to be paper ballots anyway. They said, oh, yeah, the power's out, so we're giving provisional ballots. What the fuck? No. What do you mean? Well, because the power's out and the machines aren't working, we're giving provisional ballots.
Bro, where does it say that Biden won California? I'm looking for this shit.
Look at the delegate count.
I'm looking right now. Bernie 225, Biden 172. Bernie won by about 400,000 votes.
Well, hold on. What date is that?
August.
August of what?
2020.
Look up a recent count. Either way,
August 13th, 2020.
So either way, it really shouldn't even be that close. But look up one of the
new. I think you said Biden.
Listen what I'm saying. That's not my point. Actually, no. You look up a more recent one. But my point is, it shouldn't have ever been that close to begin with. One, and that doesn't negate anything I just said.
Based on what? How could you say it shouldn't have been that close?
Bro, if anything, like to keep it a band, the person that should have been close to Bernie in California was Elizabeth. Let me finish. The person who should have been close to Bernie in California is Elizabeth Warren. If we're being real, but that's not my point. My point is, I just told you, an entire precinct got provisional ballots. You know what a provisional ballot is? By definition, it is not counted. By definition. Glory, one of our supporters, who was reporting on election integrity first because she was at one of the local colleges there. I think she voted at UCLA. She was like, yo, our power just went out of nowhere. We've literally never had this problem happen. Oh, they tried to give us provisional ballots. There was literally no reason to get provisional ballots. Zero reason.
So
but
you're saying Biden and the DNC cheated.
Bro, okay, do you know about the DNC fraud lawsuit?
Listen, y'all, I work for the Department of Elections here in California. That provisional ballot would have run into the machine when we collected, and then it would have.
No. Then you don't need to run into the. No. Why do you need to run it in the machine? Why do you need a provisional ballot to run into a machine if it's going to be collected like normal? Why not just give a normal ballot? Think about it.
When you collect, I can run you through this.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like my team are experts on this shit, specifically in California.
The Department of Elections for the city of San
Francisco.
Bro, I know what you're talking about.
They got their information directly from the Secretary of State. Like they go to the meetings, say this, and this, get this information, go try. Bro, this isn't conjecture. I'm gonna send you the videos. This is not conjecture. I'm telling you, they motherfucking cheated. They removed people from the goddamn voter rosters on a regular basis, bro. This is something that is already known. But
if that's the case, how did Bernie still win California? He still won.
No. Still won. When you're talking about, go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
I appreciate it. When you look at someone's work and you're talking about someone who's the entire state, the secretary of that, as opposed to someone who's processing it, they're very different.
No,
so I can actually tell you what happened.
But they're not just talking to the Secretary of State. They also talk to the Supervisor of Elections in LA, Supervisor of Elections in Orange County. They know the entire system. We were the ones reporting on it whenever it was time for Bernie to hold a goddamn rally to update people on what was happening in the elections. His campaign went to us. That's what I'm telling you. There is no better expert on California elections than my team. That's what I'm telling you. I'm the one who started the DNC fraud lawsuit. Their attorney argued in court they can cheat and you can't do shit about it. They argued it in the court of law. We went to the goddamn Supreme Court. Unless you were out here starting $500 or $900 million lawsuits, having Clarence Thomas look over your shit, having a judge tell you, hey, Google it. Google it. Look up Bruce Spiva, DNC attorney.
My point was,
look, all I want to say is this, right? At the end of this week or next week, the $300 that Trump pushed through for the unemployment is going to run out. People are going to get desperate.
No, it's through 2020.
COVID
is through 2020.
COVID is with Trump. Like John is with Child, COVID is with Trump.
What do you mean?
This is the situation.
I'm genuinely.
You can talk about pockets of election fraud.
And not pockets. Bro, I just told you. Bro, no. Because you can't, you do this thing where you like try to minimize what I just told you. No, listen, I'm telling you, the damned attorney for the DNC, not for California DNC, not for North Carolina DNC, not for Florida DNC, the attorney of the DNC, when it was argued in court that they cheated. They cheated, and you know what he said? And guess what? We can do it. He said, guess what? We can do it. We can go in a fucking room, smoking cigars, making a decision amongst ourselves, and you can't do anything about it, so it doesn't matter. That's what he said. It is on fucking paper. It is in the news. Google the shit. It was national news for all of 2 days. Then they tried to kill the story because everybody was figuring out about it. The whole goddamn book about the shit.
You're talking about ancillary things. Every issue.
This not, bro. Oh hell no. So now it's ancillary. The fact that the fucking DNC can literally cheat is ancillary, and you wonder why you keep getting by, and you wonder why the left keeps losing. Because that shit's not ancillary. We're the ones. Who the fuck do you think gets suppressed? It's us. It is us, bro. It is us. We're the ones who are waiting out in fucking Texas till 12 o'clock because all of a sudden we only put 3 machines in this precinct. Doing Republican tactics to keep black people from getting out the vote because they knew who the fuck they were going to vote for. The young ones anyway. They knew who they were going to vote for. Taking the no. Because now y'all getting into my expertise and that shit. We're not going back and forth on this shit. They took experts. They took the caucuses. That all the ones that Bernie won, except for the Iowa and New Hampshire one, because by Constitution they can't move those. They got rid of them. They replaced them with voting machines that have no verified paper backup. It happened through 2016, 2018, 2019 because they were that terrified that Bernie's mandate was going to lead to them getting destroyed because, well, they already got their ass beat by Bernie in those caucus states and Hillary didn't see it coming. Guess who said nothing about it? Everybody. We said something about it, but nobody paid attention. Guess what the results were? They basically trying to say that a worse candidate than Hillary flipped everything. Which was not the case. Because once again, because for all this shit, because you want to talk about ancillary, you can't say it's ancillary because now what you're saying is, well, no, that's unimportant because it doesn't matter how we got Joe Biden. We got Joe Biden. But okay, then, so you're advocating for Joe Biden then. So you have no room to talk about what Trump did when you're advocating for a civility fascist who's cheated to be there. You're talking about a motherfucker who's a 3-time loser. He's a 3-time loser.
All right.
Bro, come on. Come on, bro.
Let me just say this. If Joe Biden and the DNC are cheating, literally throwing out ballots, altering people's ballots, hacking machines, I don't agree with that. I think they should be sued. I think we should do the primary over. Let's do it over.
That's what's supposed to happen.
If that's the case, then yes, I agree with you. If that is. And
it is. Okay, it literally is.
When it gets proven in court by a judge.
It's gotten, bro, I just told you it got proven. I just told you it got proven. I just told you that.
Why aren't we?
Did you not follow what happened in Florida whenever 3 supervisors of elections got fired?
Well, what's the remedy though? What's the remedy?
The remedy first is to not call it an ancillary issue. That's the problem. Everybody thinks of
that.
No. But I'm saying you said it. But I'm saying the fact that people think it's an ancillary issue, like they haven't put 2 and 2 together. So black people can acknowledge election fraud when it's happening to us, when Republicans are doing it, but when Democrats do it, it's an ancillary issue.
I didn't say that. I don't agree with that.
The Republican Party isn't white.
Isn't what?
Just white.
Say what?
You just said
isn't it?
No. I don't think you heard what I said. I said when black people are victims of election fraud by the Republican Party, it's goddamn national news. Oh man, I can't believe it! Now all of a sudden, election fraud is real. Oh, now we got. But when the Democrats do it, oh, it's ancillary.
It's not. What I'm trying to tell you.
You said that.
He's never gonna let that go.
You said that, not me.
Okay, how about this? You give me 30 seconds to speak without either of you yelling, and then you probably knew what I said. So you're conflating my point. Iran, ancillary. What do you want to talk? Elections that both sides cheat, ancillary. Anything else? Libya, ancillary. Now let's get to the crux of the matter. Flint, Michigan, ancillary. Everything Obama did back in the day.
This better be a good point. Go ahead.
We're 15 days from an election, and you guys want to talk about everything under God's green earth from 1954 to George Wallace. Motherfuckers can't eat, and they're riddled with COVID. I have 2 choices. I have Joe Biden, or I got Addie, coke sniffing, riddled Donald J. Trump.
Hold the fuck up. Double back. So you just said Flint, Michigan. Hold up. Flint, Michigan is ancillary. Today their water's dirty, motherfucker. Today. Not yesterday.
I think he meant in terms of the election.
No, it's not. No. Not in terms. Bro, you talking about a motherfucker who literally fake. Bro, no. Okay, first of all, no. Libya is not ancillary. First of all, I'm not about to talk about fucking bodies being traded as being ancillary. Kids starving is not ancillary. It's not ancillary because the shit is our fault. You can't pretend like it's ancillary because it doesn't affect you.
I don't think by ancillary he means is not significant. I think he means it's not. But at this point, the election is what it is. I think no,
it's not what it is. Because guess what? Because 2 weeks ago, it is what it is. A month ago, it is what it is. 2 months ago, it is what it is. A year ago, it is what it is. 5 years ago, it is what it is. When Obama got elected, it is what it is. How many motherfucking it is what it is going fucking is your asses before you ain't here no more. Please, because y'all know how this shit goes, right? Y'all know how this empire shit ends. I hope you know that. And it's about that time.
Be on the right side of the empire. Well, hold on. I mean, that's another argument because you can argue America is an empire, but we're all Americans here. And, you can say America's, we've misbehaved, we've misused our power, which is absolutely true. But would you rather another country be an empire? Because someone.
Yes, actually, if Venezuela was an empire, I would be getting groceries delivered to my fucking door. If Cuba was an empire, COVID would be fucking solved, and I would have a cure to lung cancer. 50% of our legislature would be male, and 50% of our legislature would be female, and I would have a 99% literacy rate. Yes, there is an argument that other countries would actually be a better empire. Meanwhile, my empire is tear fucking gassing me for saying, "Please don't kill me because I'm black."
Hold on. If Cuba wasn't, Fidel killed his political opponents too.
Bro, no. I'm not buying the propaganda. 70% of. Do you understand? Fidel has a country that's 70% black, and these motherfuckers just refusing to leave.
So you don't think he killed anybody extrajudicially?
No. He definitely killed. He was a military leader in the revolution.
So if you're
motherfuckers died.
If you're worried about getting gassed, you should be worried about.
No. Was he gassing people because they were black? In fact, it was opposite. When Fidel killed someone, it's because they were white and they were a political elite. That's why he killed people. Because they were benefiting from the American sugar cartel under Batista, which you could not be wealthy, you could not be successful, you could not be rich unless you were part of the American cartel that was bringing the plight to the black people in Cuba.
You don't think he killed his political opponents?
Bro, what I just say? I just said he was literally the militant leader of a revolution. Of course he did. But last I checked, who was fighting on the side of Nelson Mandela?
Niko.
No. Answer the question. Who was fighting on the side of Nelson Mandela? Who fought to help Nelson Mandela and the apartheid? Fidel Castro. Who was fucking propping up the apartheid?
Bro, I'm not saying Castro didn't do some good.
No. Who was propping up the apartheid? Who's propping it? Huh?
The South African.
No, not the South. It was us. It was us. Who funded Nazism? It was us. I'll answer the question for you. It was us.
Who funded Nazism?
Yes, we. Oh no! You want to Google the lawsuit Google the lawsuit where GM, Ford, and their other subsidiaries that were funding all of the military shit under fucking Hitler sued the United States and won. Look the shit up. Okay, look it up. So to your empire question.
We fought Nazis.
No, we didn't. No, just like we fought Al Qaeda right after we created them, right?
Well, somebody fought them.
After we created them. That's kind of the operative phrase.
I'm not saying the U.S. is blameless. I'm saying
you're not listening.
All I'm saying is, look,
but you're not. You're missing that. You're skipping a lot. You're skipping a step in logic. I'm telling you, they wouldn't be here if we didn't create them. That's if we didn't fund them. The South African apartheid, if JP Morgan would not have worked with fucking Cecil Rhodes.
Racism and bigotry and prejudice has existed well before the U.S.
No. Fuck no. We're not doing this. I ain't worried about well before. Don't talk about well before the U.S. You asked me today, do I want another country to be an apartheid, or excuse me, to be an empire? You asked me, what country would be better? So, would I want another country to be an empire? Yes, there are examples where they've treated their black people better. Where they've treated their poor people better.
They kill Muslims in China.
Don't come with me with the NIH talking points. I'm not worried about China. You didn't ask me, you said, well, I'd rather another country. I gave you several countries.
You said Cuba, you said Venezuela, you said where else?
Bolivia, before they overthrew fucking Evo Morales, because they couldn't get him out through a democracy.
Okay. I don't know the history of Bolivia and Venezuela.
I do. Y'all need to learn that. Guess what?
I'll go. So are you saying you'd rather live in Cuba?
No, that's not what I said. I didn't say I'd rather live there. I said they were the ones who were allowed to expand because they would do
Cuba to be the world superpower.
If they expanded, first of all, there's going to be multiple world superpowers. One, Cuba wouldn't even try to be an empire, which is probably why I would rather them be the empire. They never wanted to be an empire. They just wanted America out of their fucking business. Just like Venezuela. What these countries haven't invaded nobody. And for just no. We're gonna talk about this weird coincidence. Cause it's weird how now after America gets booted out and the corporations get booted out of the oil fucking industry in Venezuela, why is everybody there now black, mestizo, or indigenous? And now after America gets booted out of Cuba, now the people that live there are 70% black. In Bolivia, mostly or at least 30 to 40% indigenous. And you know what? There seems to be a fucking consistent pattern of the countries that we try to invade, that we try to overthrow, that have two things in common. Oil, or three really. Oil, black people, and a person willing to empower those people with the oil or resources from their nation. That's why you're telling me, like, I'm supposed to be happy. The shit that happens to them eventually comes back here. They're literally using the tactics they use overseas on black people. They use chemical weapon. The tear gas is a chemical weapon that if we use on another country, it would be considered a fucking war crime, but our Congress passed it so that we would be an exception to the rule. Do you understand that? There is no protection here. It all eventually comes downhill. You can only hide from the shit for so long.
If that's the case, then I would rather, us defend ourselves than
defend ourselves from who? The police are the ones doing it. We try to defend ourselves. Remember?
You and I are not the president. We don't run the country.
No. But you said we'd rather defend ourselves. The police are the ones gassing us.
No, not on a local level. I mean internationally.
But we don't defend. We would not. What defend ourselves from what?
You're saying America has sown all this bad blood throughout the world. We invaded countries. We do oil wars, blood, oil, whatever. Okay, I don't agree with that. I'm not for invading countries for oil, but unfortunately, I'm not president, right? So all I can do as an American citizen is either leave America, go to Canada or something, or stay here and hope that our leaders and try to vote for people and try to get for people in office.
No, see, this is where the fuck is people getting this from? Oh, the only thing I can do is vote. Since
not
when?
Not just vote. You can.
But that's the first thing you are conditioned to say. That's the problem. You have all these great black leaders, bro, who are anti-imperialist, not by a little bit, but by a lot. We're anti-crony capitalism, not a little bit, but a lot. And you know what the fuck they did? They are, huh?
You have to win elections.
No. You have to influence the people in power. Winning elections doesn't mean shit in a vacuum. Because we saw what happened to AOC. We saw what happened to even Bernie. Even Bernie, the one from Burlington, is not the one who ended up in Washington. He's not
You have to rally people behind your cause. You have to get majority.
Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Well, we're saying the same thing.
No, we're not. Because what I'm telling you is when you rally people behind your cause and you make that the priority, you get racists like Lyndon B. Johnson to sign civil rights legislation. When you pretend like you're rallying, but what you're actually doing is giving up leverage, you have people like Joe Biden tell you nothing will fundamentally change, and we have motherfuckers getting shot because they're living in the wrong area, and then having attorney generals lie about the shit.
That's why I voted for Bernie in the primary. That's why.
But it's not about just voting for Bernie in the primary. It's not just that.
It's not just that, but if more people voted for Bernie and he won became
no. More people voted for Bernie. More people voted. I just told you, bro. The DNC goddamn cheated. By every international standard, the DNC cheated. By my own motherfucking two eyes, the DNC cheated. Well, the damn attorney representing the party, when we accused them of cheating in a court of law, said, yeah, we did. What the fuck can you do about it? So now you're gonna argue with everything, and be like, nah, he just get more votes.
Send me the documents. Send me the court documents. Or tell
me I'll send you all the shit. But this is my point. If you cared about the lead up as much as you were concerned about the conclusion, then we wouldn't be in this situation. That's my point. You're like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that you actually want to know the shit. But my point is, if you were in this shit, everybody got their own lives. This is what capitalism does. It makes you focus on keeping your bank account full because you got to feed your family and you don't know when the next time we're going to be in a fucking depression. But like, people don't know their history. They don't know what's going on. They don't know how we ended up here. Nobody wants to ask the question. They always want to focus on, well, let's prevent the next worst thing from happening, not realizing that logic is exactly how the worst thing keeps happening. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Obama had a lot of motherfuckers fooled. So I don't even really put Obama on all of America. We kind of got caught off guard with that dude because he was arguing. He sounded like a mixture of Bernie and Tulsi when he was running for president.
He was a product of his time, bro. Like,
no. What I'm saying is when he was running for president, he sounded like a mixture of Bernie and Tulsi. Like he was at Mike Gravel said during the debates that Obama scared him the most because Obama actually believed he could fix everything by himself. Like, and that's why he was scared of him. So like, I'm not even
right.
Huh?
Obama shifted right during his presidency.
But I'm not even blaming the country on that. But when Obama shifted right, what do we do? Oh my God, you so funny, man. Oh, for a black, you so hilarious, bro. Let's not talk about everything he's doing that's fucking the black. Let's not talk about the fact he fake sipping on water and ignore.
We talk about it.
No. The black community did not at large talk about that shit. You get attacked for you still get attacked for talking about Barack Obama. He's still considered the most popular president in history.
Well, yeah, because look what he's being compared to. Look at
bro.
Bill Clinton getting head under the desk. You have George Bush started all these wars. You have Donald Trump, which on this didn't say nothing about. You have Reagan. I mean,
but he's being considered the most popular president in history by bro. What you mean? He started 5 more wars. We talking about what's he compared to? Like
Reagan.
Okay. I didn't say he had the second worst approval rating. I say he has the highest approval rating in history. It's not even close. You still get fucking bitched at for calling him out.
Because you're comparing it. Approval rating.
No, it's not comparing. Nobody's fucking. No, approval rating is objective and in a vacuum. It is not a comparison. It's in a vacuum.
It's not really because
you
can do
that's what it is.
Compare. You can't just say
no because Reagan had a high approval rating in his first term.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it was in a vacuum, motherfuckers didn't know what was going on until it happened. And then eventually, because of how our country shifted, we were finally allowed, like the Republicans who are the independent conservatives can finally criticize him. And then the ones who were pretending, or they thought that Reagan was helping them, because a lot of like Democrats back then thought that Reagan was like, oh, he's kind of a liberal, like because he's from Hollywood.
If you compare Obama to FDR would blow him out of the water.
No, he wouldn't.
Because FDR was objectively.
FDR is the reason. Bro, FDR is the reason we have redlining. FDR is the reason like that we can't.
FDR is also the reason we have a weekend. Why we have child labor laws is why we have.
No. But a lot of those laws didn't apply to black people. Like FDR is the reason that black people are largely the reason, that black people are economically in the situation that we're in today. Like the law, all that shit, the contract that Ice Cube introduced is overturning shit that was purposely put in the the New Deal to specifically disallow us from keeping up with the white people. Our banks were shut down after we survived the fucking depression. We survived that shit. JP Morgan was done. Wells Fargo was done. He said, nah, you got shut down anyway. Why? Okay. We got capital. Yeah, we don't care. I mean,
again, FDR was in the 40s, right? So he's definitely probably a racist too, right?
No, but
he laid the blueprint for other presidents to come
along.
He
didn't lay the bro. That's the shit I'm talking about. No, we don't say FDR in the 40s. No, he passed policies that were dedicated to making sure people who look like you and look like me could not succeed. This is so that mindset.
Every single president. Every single president.
No. No other president did it to the degree that FDR got a chance to do it because he was able to sell himself as a progressive. That's my point.
Reagan did the same.
No, Reagan saw himself as a fucking conservative. I mean,
but black people thought he was liberal because he came from California.
No, black people were terrified of Reagan.
Like
bro, he would remember his drug war. Like black people were terrified of Reagan.
Okay. Look at the Electoral College. The last time that who got the most popular vote, it was Reagan. He got 70-80%. So that means most of the nation in agreement. So he sold himself.
Oh no, he was a celebrity. So like I'm not arguing that, but my point is that even Reagan was able to like piggyback, right? So the redlining is how the drug war has been effective in harming us because it put us in corners where they could target us.
There's never been a good president for black people. Never.
Nah, basically. I mean, no. But yeah, there never had been a good president for black people. That's my point.
So
if that's not enough to make, so why do you think that Evo Morales even got into power? Because there had never been a good president for indigenous or mestizos in Bolivia. They were so angered by the shit, they got the fuck out and
we're 13%. Unless you want to start storming buildings.
Bro, Bolivia, the people of color are the minority. But they're also the most, people were most scared of them because they had nothing to lose.
Because
that's what it was. Bro, that's what it was. Are you laughing? Like you laughing, but y'all laughing until y'all motherfuckers ain't got nothing to lose, because that's what happened in California. Everybody thought the shit was a game until 2008 came. Everybody thought that shit was a game until 2008 came. But the problem was the UN told us in 2006 the crash was coming. But everybody wanted to fuck it. Oh well, shit, I got mine. I'm good. And good, look what happened. Y'all keep laughing.
No, bro. Okay, all I'm saying is...
What are you suggesting, Niko? What are you suggesting we do?
What do you want?
Well, first of all, like the very, very, very first step. Motherfuckers need to educate themselves and act like they give a fuck about something other than narratives that they have been fed. Because every single narrative, it's just like when the motherfucker was talking about the statues. That's like, tear them bitches all down or move them all to a museum and give them historical context. Because if I said, they were like, oh, what about the MLK? I was like, tear that shit down too. They were like, well, I said, because if they have a statue of MLK, it's either the co-op, it's a lie, it's based on a lie. They didn't actually tell the true legacy of MLK, or else it wouldn't be up. And if it's a statue of a white guy, they're lying about their history and how much bad shit they did.
I'm not a big fan of statues in general.
But my point is, like, we have to have a re-education and a recalibration of what people believe is important and not important, what y'all think it's like the casual brushing off. Like all of us know how fucked up the Democrats are. I'm telling y'all that they're rigged elections. I'm the goddamn expert out of goddamn three of us. I don't this is a fact. I'm the expert, motherfucker. I literally went to the court of law. My team tried to, y'all like, nah, man, it's not even. But if I told y'all Republicans was trying to hurt black people in the election, y'all believe that shit in an instant. Because it's true.
Because you're alleged, bro. You're making it.
No, it's not because of no. It's not. I just told you in the court of bro. How many times I say in the court of law?
I asked you for the documents. Documents.
Okay, nah. But okay. So have I lied? What have I lied to y'all about? Why would?
I'm not saying you're
but
lying,
what document? Okay, so what documents? Give me the document that you're referencing. No, Paul. Give me the document that you're referencing to assume in the belief that it is factually true that Republicans are always trying to rig it against black people. Even as we speak. Give me the document.
Brian Kemp, he was throwing out rolls with
no, I said the document. I didn't say what happened.
Sure, hold on, I'll answer it. I'm sure. I have not Googled it. I have not investigated.
Okay, that's my point, though. But that's my point. I just told you Tim Canova. I'm here for the shit. I'm literally here.
I feel you.
There was a supervisor of election fired. No, 3 that were fired. Brenda Snipes was fired for destroying 10,000 of his, not fired, was fined for destroying 10,000 of his ballots, not in 15 years ago, 20 from 2016, and then they got caught again in 2018 and got fired for the shit. Well, and y'all like, yeah, but I don't know about that.
No, I didn't say I don't know. I'm saying, look, if the cheating is on a widespread scale where it tipped the primary to Biden in key states, then, bro, I'll represent. I'll join the legal team for real. But
it's already happened. But the reason that it didn't get charged this time because Bernie. Go ahead.
Your claim is literally that but for Democrats, DNC, Biden cheating, rigging machines, throwing away rolls, then Bernie would have won. That's your claim.
Yeah, bro. Let's just say that's not my claim. What is it? So even if Bernie wouldn't have won, what does it motherfucking matter if they're cheating, rigging machines, and throwing people out the voter roll? What does it even? So it doesn't even matter. The claim of whether or not Bernie won, because that whole thing that's a different debacle that I don't want to get into right now.
Well, it does matter. It does matter because if they're cheating, then they need to be held accountable.
But that's my point. So the conclusion about Bernie or Biden is irrelevant. If they're cheating, they should be held accountable. That's my point. That should be the only thing.
I agree with that. But if Bernie still would have lost, even with the cheating or without the cheating, then there are other problems that we as the left and black people and everybody who's in favor of all these progressive policies need to address. Like
that's 100% true.
Low youth voter turnout.
But you keep saying low youth voter turnout, but I'm telling you for a fact, this is a fact. Even AOC admitted this shit. People of color in the youth were either being thrown off the voter roll or being disallowed from voting or given provisional ballots where they shouldn't have been given provisional ballots because everybody knew if you just became a Democrat, you're probably voting for Bernie. Wouldn't be difficult to tell. If you're in this certain age range, you damn sure not voting for Biden. That's all we need to know. If you live in this area, you are most likely to vote for Bernie, especially because we have access to everybody who voted for Bernie last time around. You can't say like we know. We all acknowledge how bad the Democrats are. We also know how willing the Republicans are willing to fuck shit up. We have history telling us, yeah, Democrats aren't really much better, but it's such a it's like almost like this. It's almost like a switch. If I say Democrat, like, oh, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know. Like, no, it's the same shit. They're the same fucking party. You can't say they take money from the same people. They start the same wars. They vote for the same shit. But when it comes to rigging, well, we just don't know. We just don't know. That's not even logical is what I'm saying.
There are differences between Republicans and Democrats.
Bro, they vote on the shit that matters the most. They vote exactly the same.
Like abortion, like gay marriage.
Bro, abortion doesn't fucking matter because the states mostly take care of that. And the federal court, first of all, was almost half Republican and they all voted in favor of it too because they didn't give a fuck. Like they were like, man, what did Ruth Bader Ginsburg say? I was under the impression that we were all thinking that we wanted to keep certain undesirable populations from getting too big. That's what she said. Her quote, not mine. That's what she said. Facts. This is facts. You want to laugh. That's the thing. Y'all want to laugh off the facts. You can't. There's nothing to laugh about though. Like I know y'all like damn. Like what the fuck. Like but. There's nothing to laugh about. That's the problem. Everyone like, damn, man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Gay marriage.
Gay marriage was taken care of by a gay couple who went to the Supreme Court in their state, and then it was taken care of by upheld by the Supreme Court. It's not major decisions like that never get overturned, no matter if it's a Democratic or Republican leader.
You're moving the goalpost though.
I'm not. You moved it. You said abortion.
There's one party who's vehemently anti-gay in this country, and there's one party who's accepting of it.
No. Fuck no. Because the Democrats literally were anti-gay. Obama himself was anti-gay.
Obama was, Hillary was,
Biden was. Okay, so the first, second, and third most powerful people in the fucking world at the time were anti-gay. What are you talking about then?
They don't represent Democrats. And they
were okay. No. They were first, second, and third most powerful. And two of them were on the Democrat Leadership Council. Obama selected the DNC chairperson. What do you mean they don't represent Democrats?
I'm talking about the populace. The populace.
Oh no. Okay, so how did gay marriage get legalized?
Obergefell, they went to court. They went to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court.
A state federal court approved it first.
Okay.
And then they went to the Supreme. Okay, but then they went. So did that have anything in reality to do with Obama? No. It was people fighting. It was people fighting for their lives.
Argue that Democrats and Republicans.
It was people. No, listen. It was people fighting for their lives, and they won. And then the Democrats jumped on board. That's my point.
How do you think that would have gone down if you had a Republican, Republican appointed judges and Republican appointed?
Bro, those judges, if I'm not mistaken, were still because they weren't letting the fucking Obama appoint anybody. They're the same ones. What are you saying?
Well, I would have to look up to see if that.
I'm not gonna say I can't say it for 100%, but if I recall, I do remember the obstruction from the Republican Senate.
So are you equivocating Republicans and Democrats on gay marriage and abortion?
Bro, I'm saying that on issues where it matters, where they can join together through their legislature, where the lobbyists can affect them, they are exactly the same. But on issues that, like, for example, interracial marriage, they had nothing to do with no goddamn Republican and Democrat. A couple fought they ass off.
That's usually how it goes, though. You have to bring suit. They don't just do advisory like.
No, but what I'm saying is there's a difference between how certain shit gets legalized and passed. Abortion is an ancillary issue, actually. Gay marriage is an ancillary issue. You know why? But it's actually ancillary because the legislature isn't what legalized that. They're not the ones who legalized interracial marriage. They're not the ones who legalized half of the shit.
I'm saying for most of these landmark cases throughout history, you have to bring the lawsuit. That's how they usually get determined. Usually
yes, that's my point.
We asked you about what you would do.
That's America.
Hold on. Go ahead, Danny.
America's big.
Go ahead, Danny.
We asked you about what you would do. And all you said was, we need to educate us.
No, because he cut me off. He cut me off. I wasn't finished.
All right, go ahead.
Then you said, voting and we need to count these ballots and there's cheating going on.
No, that's not what I said. No. You put words in my mouth. No, I said first. I said the very, very first step. I said the very, very first step has to be education, because literally nothing. That's one of the things that separates us from the countries that have had their working class overcome their fucking turmoil. It's because they have they have education that we don't. Hold up. You want to ask me what I suggest? Unless you want to give me the answer, but I know what the answer's gonna be. It's gonna be vote for fucking Biden. If that was the goddamn answer, then maybe he would have won the last 2 times. But the motherfucker's so shitty, he couldn't beat a motherfucker named Barack Hussein Obama.
Okay.
You got all the privilege in the world, all the power in the world, but your policy was so trash you couldn't be Barack Obama.
Okay, I just want to say I love this.
You made a great point, and the way this
we gotta do this in person one day.
Someone else has to talk.
Oh, I'll be out in California a lot, so we can do it.
So now it's situational. Under this election, he is going to win. Go look up right now. There's something that I just posted about Trump. He just discussed on a rally. Quote, I say, could you imagine if I lose? Trump said Friday evening at a campaign rally in Macomb, Georgia. My whole life, what am I going to do? I'm going to say I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel, look, we're living in the real time. This is real time right now. I can't talk about
I cover it literally every day. I know we're in real time right now.
Say it again.
I cover it literally every day. I know we're in real time right now.
I love the deadpan delivery.
You don't. I don't know what you're talking about, because you're talking about 15 days, bro. 15
No,
days.
I don't want to hear the 15 days shit if you weren't worried about it 15 months ago. That's my point. Don't gaslight me with the 15 days shit. It's dead and gone. That's my point. You need to accept that you are late. That's what you need to accept. And because of your ego, you don't want to accept that. No, your ego will not let you accept. I wasn't educated enough. I wasn't organized enough. I did not do enough. I did not educate others enough. I did not educate myself enough. I did not do shit. You didn't do enough. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't do it. Listen, no. What you need to accept is you did not do enough. And you won't accept that. That's why you got to put the accountability on somebody else. That's what it is. That's what it is.
The Black Panthers do not exist anymore. I'm sorry.
What the fuck that got to do with what I'm talking about?
R.I.P.
Oh, matter of fact, why don't the Black Panthers exist anymore?
Your best hope.
Why don't the Black Panthers exist anymore?
Biden.
Why don't the Black? So you hit me with the Black Panther, bruh. I'm not gonna listen. All these people watching my Cube videos, I'm worried to post them because I don't want these motherfuckers to think you out here Uncle Tommy. Because you're gonna hit me with the Black Panthers don't exist anymore. So the only thing to do is to vote for the segregationists. Bro, do you know how fucking ridiculous you sound? You sound ridiculous.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, Niko? Write in the bitch that we don't know. Who has a likely chance to win?
Who's writing in? I'm voting somebody on the ballot. You know what? Hey, you know what? If I did have to write her in, you're like, oh man, accept. Bro, I wish you would have told a motherfucker to accept segregation because it's too late. We only have a choice of segregation or somebody who's going to be more racist than that. We only have a choice of what the fuck? What is this? What is this shit?
What year was that?
Bro, don't hit me with that. What year is that shit? Because at the time, that's what the fuck was going on. Right now, we have open market slavery. Right now, we got a cure for fucking COVID that Biden won't even fucking mention, but you keep throwing it out like Trump's the COVID problem. Who's taking the pharmaceutical money? Both of these motherfuckers. You think Pfizer is gonna stop giving both of them money? You think it's still gonna be out? You think it's really gonna be in Biden's hands? Who chose Obama's cabinet? Who chose Obama's cabinet?
Trump has mismanaged COVID so bad, he got it.
Now it's Trump. Bro, no. Last time I checked, there's 3 branches of government. Facts or not facts?
He got it. Everybody in Trump's circle got it. That's how bad of a
president he is. But a bunch of the Senate got it too. To the point where the Democrats and the Republicans at both points had lost the majority. One of the time they had a majority, then they lost it, and then the Republicans got it back and they lost it because they both got the shit. Because all of them are dumbasses. You telling me that the government is stupid is like, okay, and if you're trying to tell me if we replace the Pfizer pharmaceutical funded candidate with another Pfizer Pharmaceuticals funded candidate, COVID would have been handled better. But it's funny because whenever Joe Biden came up on the campaign trail towards March, he was like, he went on Fox News on Tucker Carlson. Oh no, not Tucker Carlson. I can't remember who it was. But he said, Joe Biden would have ended it 3 to 4 weeks ago, or would have shut everything down. But then the dude was smart. He realized, he's like, hold up, that would have been before Super Tuesday. So why didn't you suggest that before Super Tuesday?
My nigga said in 15 days.
Hold on, no. You ain't just gonna gloss over that.
You're said by Easter, COVID's gonna be gone.
No, don't try to gloss, bro. So you like, I like how you just try to do that, bro. No, hey, look, bro. Hey, flex real quick. Flex real quick. Cause I'm trying to figure out how big them guns is for moving all the motherfucking goalposts. Cause I know you strong as shit right now, bro. Because I just told you, Joe Biden pretended as if he would have shut things down. Even if I took him at his word and he really would have shut things down, he literally refused to say it because he was worried it was going to affect the outcome of his election. He was willing to let people die. That's what you're not getting.
Niko, who are the 2 options that
sweet baby Jesus. So you don't have an argument is what you're saying. Okay, got you. That's all I had to know. You could have told me. You don't have it. I just told you motherfucker was willing to let people die, bro. Willing to let people die. I'm not voting. No, the options are I'm not voting for a fucking option that's willing to let somebody die for a fucking election. Are you kidding me? Why are we even discussing this?
Those are the only 2 options.
Bro, no. Those are the only 2 options if you feel like if you feel like legitimizing a corrupt process with 2 dumb motherfuckers, 2 racist motherfuckers, 2 motherfuckers that's been accused of rape, Two people been accused of rape multiple times. One dude's a plagiarist. One dude plagiarizes all the time. One dude lies all the time. One dude literally said he don't want his fucking kids to go to grow up in a racial jungle. Like that shit was in the 90s, bro. Are you kidding me?
Hey Peter, who's the candidate he's voting for?
Me?
You hear that? No, yeah.
Gloria LaRiva.
Who's the candidate he's voting
Gloria
for?
LaRiva.
No, wait. Let Peter say. Who is it? You hear that? Nigga, no one knows your candidate. So I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Your candidate know himself. The motherfucker can't remember what he had for breakfast, bro. What are you talking about?
He's gonna be the 40th.
Bro, you don't know. It looks like you don't know anything about your candidate. You've been so focused.
I wouldn't say Joe Biden is my candidate.
Oh, I'm not talking about you, Peter. You didn't say that. No, I'm talking about a motherfucker saying, cause I'm not
a Joe Biden fan. Because I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like him. So, you know.
I'm not saying I like him, cause this motherfucker's like, I don't gotta like some. I don't know these people personally. The ones I do know personally, most of them I don't like. But
I just think Trump is worse. That's really
but my point is, but none of y'all can make an argument for why Trump is worse without saying, like, if I give you the example of like, no, Biden literally was worse on this issue. He was in. You know how rare it is to have a situation where we had a motherfucker that could have did everything he advocated for because he held every single office it would take to do the shit, and he did the worst possible thing you can do when you have the office.
Obama?
Okay.
No, I'm talking about Biden. Biden was a senator. Biden was a VP. Biden was in charge of the foreign policy overseas.
Okay.
It was one
So the point to that, Niko, is how I'd answer that is he did certain things at the time which he felt, and during the climate.
He felt that? No, say what it is. He felt that? Or who felt it?
The party felt
The lobbyists felt it. The lobbyists that he's still taking the same goddamn money from. What's so funny?
I live, because the thing that's funny is I actually agree with you. I actually want to go out there and change the system the way you want to. I do. But every day I wake up and I realize what's going to happen in the future. One of these two motherfuckers is going to get elected. So,
and yet you're still, and guess what? And you have zero leverage. That's what you need to realize. Because you're sitting here talking about, you advocate for somebody who ain't promised you a fucking thing, bro. In fact, he's telling you, yeah, I know the fucking cops are out here killing you for fucking sport. But I'm going to nominate one anyway. I know that climate change, the motherfucker will sit there in your face and tell you, believe science. But I ain't banning a goddamn thing.
Trump and William Barr are saying systemic racism doesn't exist.
Bro, okay. And I good. I'm glad that he revealed to me exactly how he felt. No, yeah, I need to know because guess what? No. How many motherfuckers are protesting on the street over the last 2-3 months? A lot of motherfuckers, right? How many you didn't even know what happened at Standing Rock and people were being fucking shot? You didn't know that 8 to 10 fucking protesters at Ferguson got kidnapped or they're dead. They're dead, bro.
But
you didn't. No. You did not know. Did you know? How can you fight something you are not allowed to know about and you're not allowed to fucking fight? Please tell me that. Why would you elect somebody you cannot challenge without being kidnapped or shut down or fucking disappeared?
You're talking about on the issue of police brutality.
I'm talking about on all of the issues, bro. Well, why do you know all that? You know, you're fucking telling me every goddamn Trump narrative that I can goddamn see on Twitter. If I wanted to hear that, I could just go to Twitter. Why? Because Twitter is telling me every problem with Trump. What they're not doing is saying a goddamn thing about Biden. A motherfucking thing.
Well, hold on. Biden has said some things about it.
No. Twitter. I'm not talking about Biden. I'm talking about the fact that Biden has one of the most extensive political histories that is almost 98% horrid. Why the fuck do I only hear anything about Trump? Anything from all the people who have the power. Listen,
Trump is worse.
No, that's not why. Because you didn't hear shit about Obama, bro. You're not paying attention.
Sure I did.
You think it's really because Trump is worse? You really think that's why you hear nothing negative about Biden because Trump is worse?
I hear negative shit about Biden all
the time. No, you don't hear it. Okay, tell me the clip. Tell me the clip from the debate where they challenged Trump on the emails that got released recently.
Hillary's emails?
No. The Biden emails, bro.
Hunter Biden?
Not just Hunter.
Are you talking about he's trying to get the Ukrainian prosecutor?
No, not trying to get the Ukrainian. He got the Ukrainian prosecutor fired. You know what?
Even
Twitter.
If that's true, bro. Even if that's true, that's not worse to me than what.
You have to understand how geopolitics. You're like y'all talking about Star Wars
money. Trump was holding money from
No, Ukraine. You're not listening. Okay. He literally said, if you don't, I told him if you don't fire the prosecutor, that $1 billion that I was supposed to be giving you, I'm not giving it to you. Go ask the president.
Trump did the same thing.
No, he didn't. It's in the fucking transcript. He didn't do that. They literally tried to impeach him for what Biden was guilty of. It was a bullshit. You could have impeached him for the. You could have
witnesses.
No, there. Okay, so why not? Why not call the fucking president that he was talking to then?
Because he was. They did.
No, they did not. No, they did not. That's a lie. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Because literally everybody was like, okay, just call Zelensky. Call Zelensky. Bring Zelensky to the impeachment. What? You're telling me he threatened the president of the Ukraine, but they didn't call the president of the Ukraine to come to sit.
Bro, we can't. We have no subpoena power over a foreign.
He wanted to testify. He wanted to.
He's gonna, bro. He's like Trump's bitch. He's gonna.
No, he's not. That's what he reached out to Trump. He ran on getting the corruption out of the Ukraine, bro. Come on, dog. You can't talk. You literally look, Peter. No offense. You don't know shit about the Ukraine. That's fine. Like you don't know shit about it, but that's fine. But don't sit here just to justify your irrational equivocation on Trump and Biden and like, oh no, Trump definitely did this. The only reason you fucking think he did that is because CNN told you, because MSNBC told you, but you don't know about the shit that Biden did because nobody's willing to tell you the shit because they're protecting him. I wonder why literally every major big tech company, why every major media conglomerate except for fucking Fox News is trying to put Biden in charge and get Trump out. There's literally do you even know what the Transitional Integrity Project is? Do you know what that is?
Transitional Integrity Project?
It is an organization. This isn't, by the way, once again, this is a conjecture. This is the Boston Globe report. Nobody cares. They literally are putting together war games where that even if Trump wins, they plan on causing violence and mass disruption just to make sure he's not there by the inauguration, even if he wins.
Okay, Trump has said.
This is made up. Hold on. This is made up of Obama. No, I'm not done. This is made up of Obama's fucking cabinet.
Trump says go to the polls and arm.
You're not listening. Listen what I'm telling you. Yes, he did say that dumbass shit. It does. And guess what?
For a minute, and you've made an assertion. So now I'm gonna say Trump on stage at a debate when asked.
Okay, so basically, Biden can fucking kill somebody in the crowd, but if Biden used an AK-47 and Trump kills somebody with a bazooka, y'all like, but Trump used a bazooka.
The question.
Come on, bro.
Who am I more worried about? Really threatening?
I'm worried about the motherfucker who's disallowed from being challenged. Are you kidding me?
Who am I more worried about?
Oh my God. Y'all know who motherfucker. Let me tell you. You know who I'm more worried about. I'm more worried about.
If Biden loses, do I think he won't accept the results? I think he will.
Hell no. The Democrats would still haven't accept the fucking results. They literally instituted Russiagate the moment that fucking Hillary lost. Are you kidding me? And they got caught.
Trump's campaign was in contact with Russia.
Bro, no, don't get me with the Russiagate Trump. Don't get me with the Russiagate tropes. Bro.
They did Russiagate.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Bro, listen.
Bro, it was bro. Nah, see, once again, you getting into shit. You're getting into shit that I spent my entire last 3 years in. The fucking OIG came out and said James Comey's firing was legitimate because he put. Hold on, let me finish because you need to listen unless you know all these motherfuckers' names. And know exactly what their jobs were and how they got in their positions and literally the exact point that Russiagate started. Okay, then you tell me how Russiagate started then. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to ask you, are you saying they shouldn't even have investigated anything?
Listen, no. That's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. Tell me how. No, because if you're going to purport to be like, oh no, Russiagate and argue with me like you have the information because that's the only way you can make a that's the only way you can make an argument. That's the only way we can make the argument.
You're bringing up Russiagate.
Tell me. No. I brought up Russiagate, and you're trying to deny it without listening because you just want to cut me off and tell me you got the. Okay, tell me how it started. Go ahead.
Where was General Flynn?
No, actually, he got exonerated. So now what?
not even arguing. I'm not even arguing that.
Tell me how it got started.
I'm not a Russia-gator.
But if you're not a Russia-gator, then why are you? I don't understand. Why the fuck are you defending it?
If I can talk, I'll tell you.
But you cut me off.
No.
Go ahead.
If there's a question, if there's a question about election interference by Russia, I want to investigate.
Bro, no. Fuck no. Do you once again? No, bro. Tell me how it started. Tell me how it started, bro. Tell me how it started. Hey,
how about you tell us?
No. Because y'all got the answer, so I'm trying to learn from y'all. I'm trying to learn from y'all.
Every time
I got the answers, Sway. I got the answers. Listen.
I'm waiting. No, y'all got, because the moment I say because what y'all haven't figured out yet is the moment I say some shit, y'all swear it ain't true. You don't even know why you're saying it. That's what we call operant conditioning.
I'm not even disagreeing with you on it.
But you did.
He's about to cut you off.
I didn't. All I said was I don't have a problem with Congress investigating Trump if there's a question.
It wasn't Congress. That's what you're not understanding.
Congress didn't investigate.
Bro, okay, no. Oh, sweet baby, goddamn. This is my point. This is exactly my. This is why I say motherfuckers need to get educated. Cause I tell y'all something, y'all. Oh man, y'all know what so you know what you just engaged in? McCarthyism. That's what that's called. You know what McCarthyism is?
No, bro. An investigation.
That's called McCarthyism. I'm gonna tell. No. Don't. You want to use these goddamn loaded investigation in Congress? No. If you don't know names, if you don't know the exact pinpoint precision time exactly when Russiagate started, then don't try to make the argument against it, or at least be willing to listen to the argument until it concludes before you try to.
Hey, Niko will tell you. He'll tell you speak and then cut you off, so you can't even get a point.
Because y'all just no. Because what happens is y'all say some shit that don't make no damn sense, and then when I'm like, okay, well, how do you know? I just would rather. No, it's not what.
No, bro. Because you
just said that. You just said that.
All I'm saying is, if there was a question that Russia interfered, I want to investigate it. If it doesn't.
Why was there a question then?
Why was there a question?
How about that? Answer that question, please.
Why was there a question?
Yes, why was there a question?
Because Jared Kushner.
No, that's not why. That's not why. That's not why. The reason why the entire Russiagate scenario started was because two random ass anonymous CIA agents, you know the ones that topple governments, you know the ones that overthrow people, you know the one where the director was like, we lie, we cheat, we steal, even in our own country, those agents. Two anonymous ones told an NBC reporter, yeah, man, we think that Russia's trying to hack the election on behalf of Donald Trump. That's where all of that shit started. If I reported that and said that instead, two anonymous CIA agents reported that Israel was trying to hack the election, I would be looked at like a fucking idiot. I would lose all my journalistic integrity and no one would take me seriously. But because the CIA was trying to help Hillary, because of all the interests that were invested into the Clinton Foundation Global Initiative, they were like, well, we're going to take it as fact. So then there was a lie about the 17 intelligence agencies all agreeing. I don't know if y'all know, but that story got retracted. Did you know that? Yeah, it got retracted. Because it wasn't. Let me finish. But I'm on a roll now because you don't ask me. I'm gonna tell you. It got retracted. Yes, it did. Now, why did Andrew? So a lot of people got mad because Trump fired James Comey. I mean, if y'all know how to practice fucking law, just because Hillary Clinton didn't mean to break the law doesn't mean she gets exonerated. Y'all already know that shit. But on the other side of that,
actually,
what?
It could matter. Intent does matter. Actually, you'd be
the only reason she really got off of it was because of the qualified immunity, which is a whole different thing.
Got off of what?
Qualified because she did. Remember, she lied and said, "Oh, there were no top secret emails." Then there were top secret emails, and people got killed.
Do you really care about that?
No, I just said no. That's not what I'm talking about. And yeah, I do because people got killed. People's identity got revealed and they got killed overseas.
You mean in what's the thing with Trey Gowdy? What was that investigation?
Say that again.
What's the thing that they were investigating Hillary for? Trey Gowdy.
Benghazi. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Benghazi. I'm talking about no. There was like, bro, the Benghazi shit was before the emails got leaked, I think, or before the server became a major issue. I'm talking about her servers got hacked in her fucking bathroom, and then people who were under code names, she was using their regular names, and they got killed because her server got hacked. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, did y'all read the OIG report? Because I read the whole motherfucking thing. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The OIG, the Office of Inspector General, who literally, like, that's part of the FBI. He hates Trump and said, well, James Comey put Andrew McCabe in charge of the Russiagate investigation, which was like, he initiated. And then Peter Strzok, Lisa Page were texting back and forth as FBI agents, openly discussing the fact that they basically had to get Hillary elected and had to make sure that Donald Trump didn't get elected at any cost. OIG report, not me. The guy who does not like Trump put this in his report, right? Okay, so back to Andrew McCabe. Was the acting director of this FBI after James Comey got fired. Andrew McCabe's wife was had the most money spent on her more money spent on her than any other state congressional candidate in the country, and it was all by Hillary Clinton's camp, well documented. So, and this started almost at the exact same time Andrew McCabe was putting an investigation that would have directly benefited who? Hillary Clinton, of course.
He declared that.
No, he didn't. What do you mean he declared it?
That was widely known.
No, it wasn't widely known. It was found in the OIG reports. That's when he got fired. Remember?
He told that to the bureau.
Bro, no, he did not. He said that he told that. That's not widely known. Telling it to the bureau, which we can't. We don't have. We have no reason to trust his word. The Office of Inspector General say he clearly was engaging in corruption, and the FBI fired Andrew McCabe because of how he was put in charge of an investigation that should have never went the way it went. And then, of course, Robert Mueller comes into play. Robert Mueller brings in, oh, man, we got, what's that motherfucker's name? Paul Manafort. Paul Manafort's arrest had zero to do with fucking Russia. With Russia. It was all about his corrupt engagement in the Ukraine that actually happened while Robert Mueller was the motherfucking director of the FBI. And he let the shit go because, well, we installed that Ukrainian oligarchy, and that's why he was okay with it, because he wasn't allowed to touch it. But when you had to squeeze him, y'all know how that shit go. I'm going to arrest you for something else to get you to cooperate with this shit. And it had nothing to do with Russiagate. So fast forward, nothing happens. Because Russiagate was fake. It was not real. It was never to be, because if you're concerned about election interference, then why are we concerned about the fact that Israel spent millions on our election? Why are we concerned about the fact that Saudi Arabia?
I am concerned about.
I know. I'm sure. I'm sure you're concerned about it. But my point is, what got amplified?
Unfortunately,
what got amplified?
I don't make the rules.
But what got amplified? No, you don't. No, we damn sure don't make the rules. But what got amplified? But what got amplified is my point.
On principle.
You're not listening. What got amplified?
Russia.
Okay. Why didn't Saudi Arabia or Israel's interference get amplified?
Because we're in bed with Saudi Arabia and Israel.
Okay.
Wait, but I don't even agree with the assertion that you can spend money in elections, but that doesn't mean that you're going to.
Bro, I'm not even gonna dig into that shit, but that is like indisputable. It is a indisputable fact that Israel.
Especially with someone who advances things, and then when they rebuff, they just I'm not going to do that. There's no. That's this is. I'm not talking about Israel and Saudi Arabia are known for interfering in our elections. They're known for it. They're known for it. Like Russia, who are known also for it.
No, they're not known for it. We are. We're the number one. No, we are. We're known for it. Russia is not known for interfering in our elections. That's never been a thing. It's never been a thing.
Oh, they are.
They're known. We're known for having a contentious relationship. They never had the capability to interfere with our election. That's not.
It depends what you mean by interfering.
Oh, now it depends what you mean by interfering. What do you mean by interfering?
Well,
they have factories.
They have bots.
No. They have bot factories that are, first of all, the bot factory that y'all referring to, by the way, which the indictments didn't go through because it was bullshit and none of them were even connected to the Russian government. That was in the United States. They just happened to be Russian. Literally.
Microsoft just quelled a plan.
Microsoft. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Sweet baby Jesus.
It's not reputable enough?
Bro, no. Y'all need to understand, these big tech companies are not for y'all, bro. They're not.
Bro.
They're not.
Because then you're just going to say everything we say is going to be like, oh, we don't trust them.
Bro, because I can prove it with facts. You're proving with this fucking, like, with nothing. You're like, oh, I'm just accepting it.
You didn't even let him
I said the company. I just said the company that did it.
Microsoft found bots, okay? There are literally bots everywhere on the fucking, there are entire troll factories everywhere in the world.
Okay, but these bots were actually engaging in election fraud for Trump.
Election fraud. How did they do that? No, how did they do that?
I'll just say this and I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
Trump, before he got elected, said, "Hey, Russia, if you're listening, why don't you meddle in the elections?"
Okay. Wasn't that WikiLeaks though? I thought he said WikiLeaks.
You didn't say Russia?
No. I'm asking you. Come
on, man.
I'm asking you. I can't remember if he said WikiLeaks or Russia.
Hey, Niko, I'll tell you one thing that you're good at. You're a very good conversationalist. You're very good.
Bro. I was dead ass asking you because I genuinely couldn't remember. Because I remember him saying something about WikiLeaks.
How do you remember things from the 50s? How do you remember things in
because he said something about WikiLeaks during the debates, and he said something about Russia during the debates, but I couldn't remember.
Find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
That's what he. Okay, so that's why I didn't remember it, because he didn't say interfere with the elections. He said find the 30,000 goddamn emails. That's not the same thing.
So who?
No. You can't say no. Find 30. Oh my. What? How? Okay, finding 30,000 emails. What the fuck is in the email that it would be meddling?
You just said.
Oh, come on, bro.
No, don't come on, bro. Now, please.
You want Russia getting involved in our politics?
Bro, what? How does that mean? Hold up, what? So me asking what's in the emails means I want. Think about that's gaslighting, bro.
How about
that's gaslighting. That's gas. Fuck. That is CNN, Don Lemon, Andrew Cuomo, Rachel Maddow bullshit. Because I said what's in the emails. It means I want Russia to meddle.
I'm not
read that again. Read that again. Read what he said.
I'll read it. He said, I already closed the window. But he's basically saying, hey, Russia, if you're listening, I hope you can find.
He said, if you're listening, find the 30,000 emails.
Listen, my problem is not with the emails being exposed. My problem is with him asking Russia to expose.
Bro, okay, no. The problem is definitely the fucking emails, because she's the one who's Secretary of State and was then running for president. And clearly, no. I don't give a fuck that noise. Listen, I have a problem that y'all will literally focus on goddamn Russia. While the people, the people who literally are influencing your politicians, the one who literally influencing the outcome of your lives right now, not maybe, it's not possibly one day, I don't know, no, it's low right now. They're literally doing it. And you're like, man, I don't want Russia to, why? Do you even fucking know why? Because of fucking propaganda from the USSR? Do you even know shit about Russia's politics?
Yes.
What? Name me some, if you start naming a bunch of shit from CNN, I'm talking about actual geopolitical
Putin.
No. That's bro. Think about that. Think about what the fuck you just said, bro. Think about if I walked up. Oh, so you believe in the Clinton body count? You believe in the Clinton body count? No. Do you believe in the Clinton body count?
Oh shit.
Oh, now you don't believe it. Oh, it's crazy.
Hey, Niko, if you're gonna spit off Fox News references,
what do you mean? Y'all spin off CNN references. Oh, they're so one's more credible than the other now?
That's reported by every outlet.
No, it's not. It's reported by every major media outlet in the States. Almost no other outlet in any country outside of what's called what the fuck you call them? No. It's five. It's 5 major countries where all of our intelligence communities work together. No other fucking country in the world believes that bullshit because it sounds like a fucking conspiracy theory. This is dumb as shit. Oh my! It's like a fucking bad plot for a James Bond movie. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro?
Are you saying
if you gonna believe conspiracy? But I tell you this shit. Every other country believes in the Clinton body count. I tell you that.
Hold on. Are you saying that this guy wasn't poisoned, or are you saying you don't think Putin poisoned him?
I don't know who poisoned him. What the fuck? Like, I'm not going to pretend to know who poisoned him. But last I checked, last I checked, we've killed people to blame other countries. We do that. You are aware of this, right?
Soleimani.
No. You're not listening. I said we kill people. No, we kill people and blame other countries for that person's death. So we do. No, what? We claim. No,
we took responsibility for that one.
Yes,
I'm fucking with Niko. I'm fucking with this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is y'all don't. I feel like y'all don't really grasp how fucked up we are. Like, I feel like this.
No, I do.
No, you don't, bro. Because you're saying like, I wouldn't know if Russia is interfering with the election.
But at least I live here. I don't live in Russia.
What the fuck? Bruh. What the fuck? Okay, you keep making this false equivalence where you're like, oh man, I don't want them to interfere. Who the fuck said that? Nobody said that whatsoever. Nobody. Nobody but you.
If Russia dumps
and maybe Trump
Hillary's emails, I'm not going to trust that because Russia.
No, okay. So how does Russia affect my everyday motherfucking life? Is Russia running for president? Is Russia running for president?
Well, you said. Hold on. You said.
Okay. Let me answer this one. Trump is president because of Russia.
No. It's, even Robert Mueller said himself. Robert Mueller said it himself in his fucking report. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. You can't pretend like some shit is true just because you want it to be true. That's not how the shit works. It's not true.
Trump owes $421 million. That's
Lord, baby, motherfucking Jesus. Bro,
He does not know. He does not.
How does Nancy Pelosi's draw smell? You gotta let me know, bro. Cause she must be laying it down. She must be laying it down, bro. Because you out here quoting, quoting the very propaganda, bro. Hey, no, you know what? If Biden wins, if Biden wins, I want y'all to remember this conversation. Because I don't know if y'all know, but I have like a history of being 100% accurate and predicting shit. And that's not hyperbole. 100% accuracy. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. I was like, bro, it was simple math. You want to know why Trump won? Because Hillary fucking cheated and everybody fucking knew. And when you do the math, the one who breaks the records in fundraising, the one who breaks the records in crowd turnouts, the one who breaks the record in individual donations, the one who has the most energy, literally always wins. And there's a reason. Hold on. No. He's breaking fundraising records through super PACs. That's not the same thing.
So was Hillary.
You're not listening. Bro, you just stop. Listen. Individual unique donations, no super PAC or corporate money. Bernie outraised Obama with no corporate money and had bigger crowd sizes than Barack Obama, the motherfucker who smashed the other side. And you know what? Now let me finish. Howard Dean. So Hillary was supposed to be the one that was selected that year too. But Obama was so fucking popular that he was like, look, Hillary, you gotta take a step back, bro. No, because we need to use his popularity to win. Okay,
so
fast forward. Because Bernie wasn't taking their money. He wasn't taking the money that's paying the DNC to stay fucking corrupt. Duh. I
don't think your example makes sense because you're saying the person who is the grassroots energy should win, right?
No, that's not I'm saying. A person who got the raw numbers should win and has won historically.
Okay, Bernie
every single time except for Bernie. No, except for Bernie twice. And guess what happened? The one who set all the same records for the other team and also told him consider himself an anti-establishment candidate. He destroyed the Republicans and then went on to destroy the bitch that couldn't get 10 people to show up to a rally. Surprise, goddamn surprise! It must have been Russia.
Shall we make a wager? Hey. Let's make a wager.
About what?
Hey.
Who will win, Trump or Biden?
No, I don't know who's gonna win now. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who's gonna win between Trump and Biden anymore. I used to know, but with COVID, wait
a minute. You said you're 100% right. You said
on what I choose to predict. Now I will say I think Trump will win, but it's not because of I don't think he's actually necessarily more popular than Biden anymore. But I think he is. I think there's so much people underestimate how much animosity there is in swing states towards the Democratic Party. That's what really is. So it's not a matter of being more popular, but motherfuckers are not coming to vote for him. My team has been interviewing these BLM protesters. They're like, no, we're not really focused on the election. We're focused on getting change in our own communities.
I mean, BLM protesters they're not like.
Bro, they're the protesters in swing states like Wisconsin and Milwaukee that's going to determine the outcome of the election. What do you mean? Like, you don't think that a bunch of black people in the community voting or not voting when Biden's fucking vote is dependent on the black community is going to affect the outcome of the election? That's literally what happened last time, and Trump won.
You think it was because of black people in Wisconsin?
It wasn't exclusively because of black people, but people were showing up to the polls and literally saying, "I'm not fucking voting for president. I'll vote for every other fucking office except for the president." That's what happened. So, and you're talking about, and that was with less people but that was with less people knowing what was going on. And now because of Trump, which is my whole fucking point, now everybody believes in police brutality. Now that shit's not even fucking debatable. Now everybody knows systemic racism is real. Now every celebrity wants to fucking get involved with challenging the president.
William Barr doesn't believe in it.
But hold on, no, that's not my point. My point is, everybody is now talking about we gotta challenge these people. We gotta fight. Under Obama, it was fucking shits and giggles. Everybody wanted to hang out with Obama. And now everybody want to hang out with fucking Biden. Okay, so you telling these motherfuckers that all endorse him are now going to challenge him whenever he starts doing fuck shit when he gets in power?
Biden?
Yeah, Biden. No, they won't. You know the answer.
People will challenge him. People will.
Nobody challenges people they endorse. Like, I mean, not when they become president. They literally endorse them to get the benefits.
Because I want Biden to win. The left will.
You don't endorse, but you're not endorsing Biden.
I'm not. I don't endorse. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. But you're not. But the people who have put their careers on the line to endorse Biden, you have no idea how much ego plays a massive role in how people move. I told you that this man is worse than, that Trump is worse than Biden. What happens if Biden is worse? What happens? Would you ever know? You probably would because y'all are involved. But the average person.
It depends on what measure. What is he worse on? What topic?
No, because I just told y'all most people don't even know that there was open market slavery in Libya. And the only reason people don't know is because it happened under Obama.
Has Trump ended it?
What the? No. Don't play that game. Don't play that game. Don't play that. I don't expect Trump to end anything that has to do with black people. I don't expect that from him. But guess what?
Why not? Why
Why would I? I don't expect racist people to stop being racist.
It's like you're giving Trump a pass.
No, bro. No, don't play that game with me, bro. Because I'm actually out there. I actually worked my motherfucking ass off for the last year and a half to make sure this motherfucker didn't win. Don't tell me that I worked I was out there. I was staying up all night. I was out there chasing ballots. I was out there knocking on fucking doors. I was out there at the protest. My team was out there at the protest every other night. No, so don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, you're giving Trump a pass. No, I don't expect racists to do non-racist shit. That's why I busted my motherfucking ass while everybody else is saying, I guess we got to see what happens. That's the difference. I can say what I say because I'm willing to fight, but I also know I knew before I was willing to fight Obama too. But not y'all, but all the ACA ain't that bad. No, I talked to people on the phone who were motherfucking scared they goddamn mouth that they were gonna die, and they were already poor because they were it got to the point where every single year the deductible was going up. It didn't matter if they were poor or not.
I've worked on campaigns.
Hey, hold on. Niggas are worried about deductibles. COVID's rampant. I don't know what arguments you
have. And niggas are still worried about deductibles, and COVID is rampant.
And there's one candidate who's saying that testing and treatment should be free, and it's not.
No, that's a lie. That's a fucking lie because, matter of fact, that's okay. I'm going to send you that's okay. I'm going to send it to you. Because let me tell you what the real fuck happened. Because Pence was talking shit, talking some, insurance, and Trump was like, no, that's not fair. We need to make COVID testing free, and we need to make any care for COVID free, and he put an executive order out to make sure the shit happen. Bet money on it. Bet motherfucker. And well, you know what? No, he ain't finished. I ain't fucking finished. And guess what Biden said? We have to open the marketplace back up. You know the marketplace where people go buy insurance with the fucking jobs they don't have no more? Think about this shit, bro.
You can't stop it, bro. Who closed the country down? You can't take a praise about closing the country down because of China virus. You've been saying that's provocative for China and war, and then say, who closed it? Why we're not at work, bro? Your solution.
Once again, I'm not. Did I say that? I'm in the camp that none of them handled it well at all. I literally told you that.
The Biden COVID response plan calls for eliminating all cost barriers to preventative care and treatment of COVID-19.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. Okay, Biden also said he's not racist anymore. Then 2 weeks ago, he literally was on camera and said, man, how would you like it if to a black man who asked about anything you say because it's a fucking fact. You can't everything you can say. You argue conjecture and ignore history. I'm telling you the facts as they are. That's the difference. You argue conjecture and ignore history. I'm telling you facts and you don't like the facts.
I'm not arguing conjecture. I'm reading off his website.
Bro, no. What has he done?
Nigga, I'm reading his words.
But what has he done? What has he done? Because his words have changed. So why is his tweet? So you gonna tell me I'm not gonna find a tweet where he just said what I just said? If you're gonna tell me that, I can go find it.
If Biden wins and becomes president and doesn't do what he says he'll does, I agree with you.
Okay. So every time a motherfucker okay, well then at that, I guess that's the same thing. If Trump wins re-election and then lies again, then I'll agree with you. Trump's a fucking liar. I'm not gonna pretend like he's not a liar because it's convenient for my argument. But I'm also not gonna pretend that Joe Biden's not a fucking liar. That's where we not agreeing.
Sometimes people lie, sometimes people tell the truth.
Oh, sweet baby. Oh, man, you know what?
Trump.
And you know that half of my hair is black and the other half is blonde. Because we just stating obvious facts right now and shit.
But you're quoting at me saying Pence he's gonna do it for free too.
No, I didn't say Pence. I said Pence was arguing that there should be cheaper insurance, and Trump actually came out and like joked on him and said, "No, I know what he's trying to do," but it was like a weird speech because I remember covering the shit. We're like, what the fuck? That's new. I didn't think he was gonna say that. And then he was like, honestly, it seems like if you have money, you can put yourself in a position to take care of yourself. And if you don't, and this was like when the COVID first started. And he's like, and if you don't, it seems like you're screwed. And I don't think that's fair. We're going to try to make this free for everybody. And that's what at least the legislation attempted to do, even though that's a whole different discussion.
Where's the Republican health care plan? Where's the replacement for Obama?
It's the ACA. What you mean? It's the ACA.
No. Trump said
I am not defending. You can talk up shit. Bro, talk shit about Republicans all you want to. And that's not my party.
Okay, but this is the argument that you're making.
No, that's not the argument I'm making. Don't tell me what argument I'm making. Tell me what argument. Use the word that I use. The argument I'm making.
I must be the most dangerous person because as soon as I open my mouth, you are jumping.
I'm gonna be honest with you because your arguments are predictable. And I did debate. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I spent my half of my goddamn teenage and adult life. It's just your arguments are predictable. I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead. I'll let you say.
I think I got you a few times.
Rhoda Romney McDaniel is cutting your checks.
Who?
Rhoda Romney McDaniel. You know what that is?
Who the fuck is Rhoda Romney McDaniel?
No, Rhoda Romney McDaniel. You don't know?
Ronna McDaniel is the GOP chairwoman.
Oh, I thought you said, I thought you said Rona. I'm like, bro, did he just give Rona a fucking full ass first, second, and last name? I thought you said
Rona is the first name. Rona.
It's Rana. It's not
Rana. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. It's pronunciation. Some people might say.
He about to debate you about it.
Rona.
I mean,
but the point is we're talking about coronavirus, and I thought you were using the shorthand for corona to be sarcastic. Like that's why I was confused.
But that wouldn't make sense because I said Romney McDaniel. So obviously,
but your words all came together. What's the goddamn point? What's the point? We about to argue about pronunciation.
So my point is this, right?
Yeah.
First of all, that's who's cutting your check. Second of all,
who cutting me a check for what?
Because that's your talking position.
How is that my talking position? Ryan Nathaniel arguing for free healthcare? Show me that.
Just say it, Danny. Don't beat around the bush.
I know, say it, please. Hey, he beating around the bush. Like I said, he got them Nancy Pelosi panties behind his goddamn car. I see them shits back there. He beating around somebody bush. He beating around somebody bush. That's why Nancy Pelosi was trying to get back to California and get back on vacation. You think you slick, Danny. I know what's good.
So this I want to articulate. When someone doesn't have a point to make, they attack the arguer. And then when they really don't have a point, they yell above you. So you don't have to raise your voice.
Didn't you just say that I was getting paid by some bitch named Rona?
Yeah, facts.
You literally you use an ad hominem attack and then try to use logic and reason and say, somebody.
Let's see the check. I just want to see the check. I'm asking. I'm like Trump.
So you are going to use an ad hominem attack and then so basically so you just made an argument about why your argument is not legitimate is what you're saying. No. You literally did that. You're like, you use an ad hominem argument, and when somebody uses an ad hominem attack, it means that they lost. And so I'm going to use the same ad hominem attack again.
You said that I'm sniffing. I don't know. That's the
panties.
They're probably going to be. I can't even.
I think you said you're piping. You're piping Pelosi.
It's so repugnant that I don't want any part to do with it. Really says this.
Oh man, you're so Republican. Hey bro, you so Democrat, bro. Look. You so Democrat, man. What can I say? That it is what it is.
We're not going to hold Joe to account when he becomes president. That is a hypothetical that could happen. But currently, under the
it's happening.
Now, but
it's happening,
president.
Bro, how much have we had a single conversation about what happened with what happened with the emails with Hunter? About we talked about briefly, but only about how the shit was disallowed from being circulated on social media.
I can't get to that because I'm dealing with now.
It happened yesterday. What the fuck? No, it happened 2 days ago. Excuse me, it happened 2 days ago.
I'll grant you that, Niko. That was bullshit. But I mean, that really doesn't sway my opinion on Biden, even if that's
no, it's not about swaying your opinion on Biden. It's not. Listen, it's not about. There are steps to this shit. There are levels to this shit. If they can stop, if they can stop the circulation of information that might implicate Joe Biden into serious international corruption, which, by the way, as commander in chief, you have almost unilateral control over 70% of your fucking job. And it's when it's because my thing is, let us find out, and then we can argue it either way. We can figure out because most people that are already in his camp firmly are going to stay with Biden regardless. They're going to come up with an excuse as to why it's not important. But we're not allowed to have the conversation.
On Twitter, on Facebook, no, because those are private.
And companies. On Google, they no. Google, they accept public funding, so I don't want to buy that. I don't buy that. I used to think that until I did my research. They have too much public funding, and they have too much. The reason that Zuckerberg is worth 80,
You got to push for a law that requires.
No, definitely we do. That's a whole different thing. But my point is, you know what they put on Twitter? Because Washington Post is also owned by Jeffrey Bezos, who's also owned by the fucking government. Do you know what they put on Twitter the day that shit dropped? Dead ass. Washington Post, and this is like the highlight of the Washington Post says that Joe Biden never threatened to fire the prosecutor. There's a motherfucking video of him doing that exact thing. And there is somebody controlling the narrative that you are allowed to see that is literally lying dead to your fucking face and saying that we can't post that other article though, not because it is lying, but because we can't prove it's not lying. Think about that. Think about that.
Well,
how much control do you really have over your decision making?
It's not like they stopped it from getting out. The story's out.
They did but most stories. 60% of all stories are circulated either Facebook or Twitter. Like that's how most people read it. And I'm assuming, especially during an election, that's probably upped.
I mean,
can you make a decision without all the information? Yes or no?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
You can make a decision without all the information? Like
you can. Should you? Should is a different question.
I mean,
can you? Yes. You can.
Man, you know what the fuck I mean.
I gotta hit you.
Sorry, my goddamn teacher. You mean may I? You mean may? Can you? Yeah.
Honestly, if you aren't tuned enough to politics to have caught that story, then you're probably not paying attention anyway.
But they disallowed it from being shared on Facebook. They disallowed it from Twitter, and then they removed it from the Google algorithms. So that you can only see the stories from neoliberal media covering it, saying it's a lie.
Bro, they all have an agenda, bro. Fox News
has an agenda too. But that's not what we're talking about. Fox News, they're held accountable fucking daily by mainstream media. We don't have to question whether nobody takes Fox News seriously. They literally want to. Didn't they say they can lie because they're entertainment or some bullshit?
But that's why indie media exists, like you and us.
But we're being suppressed too. We're being suppressed too.
But you still have an audience. You still have your reach. We may be being suppressed, but you still have your audience.
But the difference is when somebody finds me in California to tell me specifically that his boss is saying that he's gonna fucking change the algorithm so I can't be seen. How am I supposed to inform everybody? In fact, I mean honestly, the answer is you'd have to start your own platform. That's not the answer. The answer is, motherfucker, I'm paying tax dollars to make sure that my freedoms are maintained. So I'm not gonna look the other way and say, because you know what happens when somebody starts on the platform? InQtel, the CI's venture capitalism firm, which has $15 billion that we're not allowed to know how they spend, just invested in another company. Whenever you get a Yahoo, we don't got control over Yahoo. We got to boost up Google. Whenever you get a MySpace, we don't have control over MySpace. So we're going to create a Facebook, and we're going to make sure that whenever you got an eBay, we don't have control over eBay. So we're going to make sure Amazon takes them over. Do you not see the fucking pattern?
You can always go on Gab.
Hey, look. You keep laughing. Okay, y'all laugh. It's funny now. Hey, first of all, y'all motherfuckers laughing like y'all not gonna get hit. Y'all know y'all black, and black people get hit by YouTube. There's a lawsuit right now about them suppress. Yeah, it's this lawsuit right now about that shit.
Hey, I would be honest with you. I'm like OJ. You know.
What? Hold up, feds. He didn't mean that. He not killing white women. I promise you.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm doing
I mean, he killing white women, but not like that. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Nancy?
The pennies, little pennies.
Oh
Little
no!
pennies.
Again, you're not gonna drag me to that. What I meant by the reference from Jay-Z song. OJ really thought it was different from he's famed from SC in the league. But no, Niko, look, I am with you, bro. Toe and toe, I actually agree with you. I do. But how many motherfuckers are gonna get off their phones? Gonna get from behind, the Chargers, the Challengers, not coming at anybody, the ICE. Niggas want the next iPhone 12. So even as bad as it got in 2006, 2008, and you're right, we did know, and niggas still didn't do shit. Niggas strippers were doubling up 4 or 5 houses, right? And the shit still crashed. These niggas are pillaging us, and they're gonna do the same with COVID, even if Joe Biden gets in. And I do feel you, but I'm like, I get what you're saying, I get it, but it's like, man, like unless Peter is right, maybe you need to lead and we follow. Because all of us other niggas are just like, you know what?
We're dumb.
Shit. Yeah, we're
gonna take niggas is tired, bro.
We gotta go to work,
bro. Niggas is tired. No, that like, bro, niggas is tired. Like that's not like people don't understand when we say that shit. Nigga, we mean that. Like, bro, we tired. I be telling people. Me and Fiorella joke about it all the time with Pasta, because Pasta, even though he'll say the same shit that we do, right? But he's 47-year-old white dude. He don't get none of the shit that we get for it. You feel me? And like when I say niggas is tired, y'all really do gotta say, like, not y'all, but Peter.
If Andrew Gillum could have almost been governor of Florida, you definitely could have, bro. Because that nigga he got problems.
Bruh. Everybody be like, oh, you a meth head too? Oh, bruh. Yeah, that was something we was able to say, hey, man, at least we ain't like they meth heads over. Now we can't even get that.
I mean, no shame, I don't shame drug addiction or
I don't shame it. He needed to get help. But that lets you know that he had a problem going in.
Yeah.
And but
I'm just saying, bro, announce the candidacy. I'll phone bank for you.
Hey, bro, don't get out there and phone bank for me, bro. Get out there and march for me, bro. Phone bank for me too. We got cell phones, so do both. Do both.
It's too hot out there, bro.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about. He wrapped up in the fucking doggy style. Oh man.
This nigga, he talking about.
And you know what happens to niggas who get out here knocking on doors? Nigga, LAPD.
Nah, I wouldn't ask her to knock on doors. I wouldn't ask her that. Dead ass. Unless it was in a black neighborhood, I would never ask a black person to go.
Hey man, you heard what happened to the dude from SNL, the black dude who was running around in he was going on a jog in LA. He got like knee on his neck like George Floyd.
Bro. I know. I canvassed. I'll never canvass in a white neighborhood again.
Bro, I live in a white neighborhood, so it's
yeah. No, I would never ask a black person. Like I didn't even realize how big of a deal that was. Like until like people like look out the door and they like, bro, it's a thing.
Off top.
Jay
Farrell. He was jogging in Burbank. Cops. He had his headphones in. Cops said stop. That you put
he had his headphones in. Yeah.
His headphones in, so he didn't stop. They come over. They tackle him. Knee on his neck. Almost got like taken out like George Floyd, just for jogging. So
bro, and you say this is who?
Jay Farrell from SNL. Remember him?
Bro, and it's fucked up because people will think that's satire, right? You would think that's satire.
Wow, he was like, yeah, Google me. I'm not who you think I am. And they finally did, but yeah, they had the knee on the neck.
Bro, I almost had the same shit happen to me. I literally had to say Google me, and because I am very involved in Florida shit too. And that's when they was about to send me to the hospital with a dislocated shoulder and a torn rotator cuff until the supervisor Googled me, and then he's like, hey, y'all gotta call an ambulance.
Wow. For what? For
because I was standing in a Burger King when the cops were called on someone else, and I was the biggest black guy there, and then my friend was the only other black guy there. I got arrested, and he got arrested for asking why the cops keep pulling out their guns.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Bro,
they'll come for something
else. These three white girls and my wife literally jumped on top of these motherfuckers, bro. And the cops just ignored them. Jumped on top of them to pull them off. Bro, them three white girls, wherever they at, bro, they're angels, dog. They jumped on. They were around this nigga's neck, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, they probably saved my life, dead ass. Damn. Like that.
I heard a quote once. White women of the future. I don't know if it was true. Someone said that. I don't know.
Let them tell it is. Let their ass tell it. Let Hillary and them tell it. Boy, Hey, I heard a quote once too. White women are the most dangerous thing to equal rights for everybody else. They're the most dangerous obstacle, or the biggest obstacle.
You went the opposite direction.
Hey, but is it wrong though?
Oh man.
White family. Think about it like this. Like I said, people found out the attorney general lied and pretended as if Breonna Taylor's jury agreed that those cops shouldn't have been prosecuted, and they never had the opportunity. And when that news came out, Charlotte Clymer and all them motherfuckers nowhere to be found. But Supreme Court nominee who ain't about to overturn shit. She's not about to overturn anything.
You might.
No, she's not. She won't.
You're gonna cry.
She's not.
Bro, she's really a cult member for real.
Bro,
like,
all of them are cult members. Is my point.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. 7 out of 9 are Catholic. Yeah,
they're right. They're not. It just never happens. There's no major overturns like that because like it causes too much of a disruption and it starts bringing too much attention to other shit the administration is doing.
I pretty much agree with you. The Supreme Court is not as important as people think it is.
Yeah, it can be when it comes like so. You know when the Supreme Court is important, Citizens United, but it was a liberal court and they fucked us. They fucked us over.
There's no liberal. There's nothing. There's no left. The Overton window is moderate.
God damn it, Peter. Thank you. That's all. That's all I wanted y'all to say. That's all I wanted you to say. That's all.
It's pretty much one party. It's one party. But one.
You heard that, Danny?
The right side of that party they're cult members. They're maniacs. Like,
bro, they're all cult members. They're all cult. Don't make me send y'all the video. I'll send y'all motherfucking videos. They all will say and echo the exact same shit. They say almost verbatim. It's actually kind of creepy when you play them back to back. Bro, it gets creepy. It's shit. Oh man, did y'all ever see the fucking clip of all the news people saying the exact same thing?
Yeah, that was the
it was anti-Trump shit.
That was the pro-Trump local news station.
No, it was anti-Trump local news station. Or no, excuse me, not anti-Trump local news station.
You're talking about what's the name of this? Like I always forget.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't pro-Trump. I can't remember what it was for actually.
It was pro-Trump.
But I don't remember if it was about the election. I just remember that all of them said the exact same thing in the exact same inflection because they are all fed. They're all fed the exact same thing from the top, like when it comes to certain issues. Except for Miami. Fucking Florida news is crazy, bro. That shit is... Florida news is wild. That's just like watching a goddamn action movie.
A meth head wrestling an alligator in a swamp.
Hey, bro. I was watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
You're talking about Sinclair, right?
Huh?
Sinclair was the one that owned all the local
yes.
states.
Yes.
They all said the same thing about... It was pro-Trump.
What about the local man in the swamp?
I just about some Florida man. No, I was kidding. Like,
okay, that sounds like a real guy. Bro, it sounds like a real story.
It probably is.
Bro, we was watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like the show ended right, and they were like, local Miami Uber driver caught in a drive-by shooting on 95 with Uber passengers in the car. Bro, we was like, what the? Bro, nobody will believe me if I told them this is a story.
That's a light day.
Bro, man, let me get the fuck out of here. Tell everybody where they can find you at, bro. We've been going for 3 goddamn hours.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, thanks for hosting. I don't know how much this will go up, but
I'll put up all of it. I don't fucking edit it out. Right?
Trap Suit Podcast, YouTube, at Trap Suit Podcast, Instagram, Twitter. Just hit us up. We're everywhere.
Instagram, Twitter, Trap Suit. Y'all, hold up, dude. Y'all got individual Twitters, right?
Yeah, one second. If you want to find me personally, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, if you want to find me personally, I'll be at Nancy Pelosi's address. I just want to get that.
Wait, Dre? Come through.
Yeah, bruh.
Pelosi, we got things to do.
He's 80.
Hi, Nikki.
Hey, you say?
All right, come on now.
I know y'all might got things to do, but the damn sure ain't passing no legislation. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning into this interview. Me guys got the interview with Oliver Moore and anything else. Find your balance.